born blind children and giving them the vision of the third eye. Now we are going to be having a live Sakshi Pramana. We have Nitya Madhurananda, a Balasant of Nityananda Gurukul, who is presently in the Los Angeles Sarvagya Peetham. And she has joined us from the Los Angeles Sarvagya Peetham, Kailas and Los Angeles, to demonstrate the Shakti of third eye. Now I would like to welcome Nitya Madhurananda. And now the Balasant is going to be manifesting the power of third eye, where she's going to be seeing with her eyes closed, and she's going to be reading what
all those who are logged into our YouTube channel right now. You are going to be commenting live, and Balasant, Nitya Madhurananda, she's going to be blindfolding her eyes, and she is going to be reading what you are commenting. Please do not comment anything right now. Wait a moment. And as soon as we will actually show now, and once she ties the eye band, then you can leave your comments. Then you will see she'll start reading it. Yes, Nityananda, Nitya Madhurananda, and we also have a mentor, Nitya Amritananda here, Nityananda. So now we request you to kindly take the eye band and show it to our viewers. Yes. So this, what you are seeing, is an ophthalmologist certified eye band, which has a complete black opaque covering in the front. And if you could just turn it behind, no? You can see there are two sockets to place the eyes and sponge around it, therefore ensuring that there is no sort of movement or any gap left over there. So there is no possibility of light to enter this. Now this eye band is going to be placed on Nitya Madhurananda's eyes, completely blindfolding her. Yes. So all of you can see.
Now, as the eye bands are being put on Nitya Madhurananda's eyes, now we'll also be projecting the YouTube comments section live here on the screen for all of you. You all can see her eyes are completely tied, and we have started projecting the comment section now. You all, I request Nitya Madhurananda to turn to your left, now to your right, and then down. You all can see this is just to assure the authenticity of the manifestation to all the viewers. There's no kind of nothing on the ears, nothing here or there. This is just a pure manifestation of the power of third eye. Now, without further delay, Nitya Madhurananda, you can get started. I request you to go ahead and start reading the comments that are coming live in the YouTube right now. And we are projecting that on the screen for all of you as well. And we request all of you to go ahead and start posting your comments right now on the comment section. Yes, please do go ahead and start.
Madhura, you can start now.
Yes. So we have a comment from THS then _ IS _ Jira, and she has written wow, and then another comment from her says Swamiji, and at the end she has 3 eyes. And then we have another one from Paramashiva Jnana, a namaste emoji, a heart emoji, and a Trishul emoji. Thank you, Swamiji. And then another one from Novidade Fernandez, again saying Swamiji.
Wow, beautiful. Actually, Ma Jira has responded. Can you actually see
yes.
and read what she has responded as
yes,
well?
She has responded, thank you, dear sisters, and Swamiji. And then again she says, wow, thanks a lot.
Wow, beautiful. Thank you so much, Majida, and thank you so much the others for commenting. And thank you so much, Nitya Madhurananda. Actually, today all of you are going to be manifesting the same Shakti. I now request the mentor to kindly remove the eye band from Madhura's eyes and show it to the camera. We all can see just through the power of third eye. She was able to read all of your comments live on the screen. Yes. Thank you so much, Nitya Amritananda. And thank you so much, Nitya Madhurananda. This was a beautiful manifestation. And now is the...
So actually, and even all those who want to join the darshan in the two-way, just to let all of you know, the link is projected below. It's events.kailasa.org. You can come and join here. So now let's move to the next power. Here we are going to be having a very special demonstration happening right now.
And next power we are going to be manifesting is the power of body scanning. Body scanning is the power where the Balasans of Nityananda Gurukul are going to be able to see any issues, any illnesses in the body, scan it, find the source of it, and reveal the solutions to you. Now, we would like to first chant the Shastra Pramana, the scriptural references for the power of body scanning. Next slide. The next slide. Swadehe jagato vapir sukshma sukshmataraani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajjate para. Cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest constitutive principles of your whole body, Swadeha, or of the whole universe simultaneously, consists of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, is revealed and the supreme power manifestation happens. The Apta Pramana is a very beautiful incident from the life of a great Siddha, Teraya. He was a disciple of Agastya, a great enlightened master. Next slide. And one day a man suffering with a severe headache and an infection comes to Agastya and wants to find out a cure for it. Agastya uses the power of body scanning and he finds out that there's a Terai, a type of a small frog sitting in his brain. Immediately, Agastya instructs his disciple Terayar to perform an open head surgery. After which, the open head surgery is performed and the frog is removed and the person is completely cured of the infection and of the headache. And he walks free after being healed. And this is the beautiful Apta Pramana for the power of body scanning. Atma Pramana is another incident from Swamiji's life, the avataric body of Swamiji, where Swamiji demonstrated how a body can go beyond pain. The power of the pain is light.
Actually, all of you right now are seeing that clip. Swamiji had just fallen and the bone is literally pierced and like the hand is fractured, multiple level fracture it is. And you can see not even a flinch of pain, even an expression of it from Swamiji. So you all are seeing that right now.
Actually, through the whole incident, Swamiji used the power of body scanning. Swamiji diagnosed where exactly what was not proper in the body. Swamiji was guiding the doctors what had to be done. And Swamiji used the power of body scanning through and used the medical facility as a second opinion to verify the findings. Now, there are tons and tons of Sakshi Pramanas where so many doctors, so many cardiologists, so many people are using this power practically in their life and benefiting from this. Next slide, ma'am. Now, we will be experiencing the live demonstration of the power of body scanning, but this time a little bit differently. Next slide. This is going to be a very special demonstration where we are going to be inviting a doctor's panel that is going to be joining us for the special demo, who will be verifying the answers of the power manifestation of body scanning based on the clinical symptomatology. So we have Dr. Shanti, who has joined us today. Next slide. Yes, we have Dr. Shanti. Dr. Shanti is a practicing obstetrician and gynecologist in Bangalore, Karnataka in India. And we have invited her for this very special panel where she is going to be here to verify the scanning of the Balasat. Actually, as we are having Dr. Shanti, I also wanted to ask, is there anyone here live? Is there any doctor that is watching us here live in the Zoom room? You all can put yes in the chat section. If there's any doctor, this is going to be really exciting because we're going to be having a doctor walking in live into the show, and they are going to be also joining the panel along with Dr. Shanti, and they are also going to be verifying the scanning of the Balasans of Nityananda Gurukul. So we request if there's any doctor here in the Zoom room who are watching, who have joined us in the female Zoom room, you all can put a yes in the chat along with saying I'm a doctor and you would like to volunteer. You can just leave us a message in the chat and we would make you part of the panel so you can join us live to verify the scanning as well. Yes. Now, without further delay, we are going to enter into the manifestation of this Shakti. Yes. We are now going to be having a very unique way of manifesting this Shakti. We will be having the Balasans of Nityananda Gurukul, and we will be having the doctor's panel. Now, every point, every scanning that the Balasans are going to be doing, this doctor's panel is going to be seeing and verifying and verifying it along with the medical terms and the medical science.
Actually, right now, like the power of body scanning, just for the new viewers who are seeing, this is the power where we use the power of our third eye, and we are going to be seeing what is happening in other person's body, like how we saw the Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana. That is what is the power that is going to be manifested. So right now, we are going to be, right now, it's open. Anyone here, if anyone is already, if anyone is a doctor, practicing doctor right now, or you have experience in the medical field, you can just leave a message in the chat saying that you can, so that you can also come here and you can verify. So how we are going to be doing is going to be unique. We are going to be having a set of Balasans who are going to be here, seen live in front of you. We are going to be requesting any one of you to volunteer for who wants to have a body scan. And you're going to be coming here, and in front of everyone, in front of the viewers, the Balasans are going to be moving into a different room where their video is going to be continuously shown to us, but they are going to be disconnected from the audio. They're not going to be hearing anything that is going to be happening in this room. They're going to be chanting the Mahavakya. Meanwhile, here, the volunteer who has come in is going to be sharing with us what are the problems she has, what are the issues she's facing. And after that, in front of everyone, like this is literally going to be something like a reality show. Like we are going to be having a camera which goes inside, and we're going to be actually seeing them come out of the room, come and sit. Then using the power of third eye, they are going to be scanning and telling what the problems are in the volunteer's body.
Actually, we're going to be taking you through an experiential demonstration of this power now. I request the panel of doctors and Balasans to be projected. And as we are having the Balasans projected, we request nobody should leave any comment saying you want to experience body scanning or anything of that sort right now. You all can just, you'll all just be waiting for a few minutes, because we are going to be taking Balasans to a separate room. Yes, you can project the panel, ma. So we can see we have Manitya Virajananda, Manitya Kaladharananda, and Manitya Brahma Yogananda, three of the Balasans who have joined us live from the Adi Kailasha Sarvagnya Peeta.
And we also have Dr. Shanti Nikandama. Thank you so much for taking your time and being here now. Yes.
Yes. And now we're going to be taking these Balasans into a separate room before they, we get to know who wants to experience body scanning, etc. We are just going to be taking the Balasans to a separate room. And then there, they're going to be disconnected from the audio. They're not going to be listening to anything that's happening live here. And they'll just be connecting to Swamiji and chanting the Mahavakya. And meanwhile, here we will be having the participant, the volunteer who wants to experience body scanning, coming up live and sharing it with us. So I now request the mentor to kindly guide the Balasans into the side room.
We request the side room camera also to now be shown. We request the mentor. So now all the three of you, all the three Balasans, we request, yes, all of you can see. So this is the side room. So everyone are going to be going into that side room. We now request all the three Balasans to kindly get up and move to the side room. So this is all going to be happening there right now in front of you.
Yes. We request the moving camera to be projected as well. Yes, we can see that the Balasans are now entering into the room, and they're going to be sitting there. And yes, you all can see the room. There is absolutely no kind of gadgets or nothing there, and there's no audio. It's all completely disconnected. And now we're going to be blindfolding the balasins.
So this is to ensure that now, right now, we're just showing one camera which is going to be showing them continuously. So this is to ensure that they don't see anything. If any of you tell, okay, they may see through a third eye. Yes, that's also power manifestation. Just kidding. So now we are going to be trying the eyes of all the three balasins, and all of you can look around. There are no speakers or any kind of a gadget which is there inside. Yes, we request the balasins' eyes to be blindfolded now. So now, once their eyes are blindfolded, they are going to be chanting the Mahavakya continuously, and you will be continuously seen here in front of all of us.
So their mentor, Manitya Jayeshananda, is now blindfolding each of the balasins. Yes, so we can also see the room being projected from outside. Yes.
So just we are showing all the three places, all of you know what's happening. So Manitya Jayeshananda is now blindfolding Manitya Kaladarananda. Now she's blindfolding Manitya Brahmayogananda. They're actually unmuted, so you all can hear. And live in front of all of you, they are going to disconnect the audio soon. So that way, what we are talking will not be heard there. Meanwhile, I'm seeing some interesting comments coming in the YouTube chat. You all can keep posting your comments over there. Jesus Hernandez is asking, can you please tell me what I have to do to solve the problems in my health right now? The problems related to entities, I really need to know, please. Don't worry, Ayya. We are having the powerful Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara himself, who is the Lord of healing, health, longevity, everything. So you are here in the right place. All you need to do is just sit and relax. Everything else, he is going to be taking care. All you are going to do is just enjoy. Yes, now all the three balasins' eyes have been blindfolded, and Manitya Jayeshananda has come out. All of you can see that.
And now they're going to be closing the door. They're going to be closing the door, and the balasins are going to be inside the room along with the mentor and then the camera. But the camera is now going to be disconnecting itself from the audio. I request the NTV operator to kindly project the whole frame with the descriptions, so it's easier for the viewers to understand. I request the frame to be switched so the viewers can. It'll be easier for the viewers to understand. Yes, Manitya Jayeshananda, you can now go ahead and continue to share.
Balasins have been, out of the three balasins, two balasins have been blindfolded. I'll be blindfolding my Vrita now. I just went out of the room to get another blindfold.
Oh, sure. Sure, ma. So you can go and blindfold Manitya Virajananda now. Yes, great. So now once all the three of them are blindfolded, now Manitya Jayeshananda has come out and she is closing the door.
Yes, we can see the door is being closed from the inside as well.
So now the person who's holding the camera is going to be disconnecting the audio in front of all of us. We request the disconnection of the audio also to be projected by the NTV operator. So now as we are disconnecting, they are going to be chanting the Mahavakya. So that way you'll also know that they are not having any other source of information. They are continuously chanting the Mahavakya. So we request the balasins to start the Mahavakya chanting now.
Yes. And now they are going to be disconnecting their audio. I request the NTV operator to kindly please project the frame with the description so it's easier for people to understand. So please do go ahead and project the frame with each balasins in their respective places. Yes. Yes. You can just crop out and just show the Balasans as well. Just the Balasans room.
So you can just show the room camera who is inside. So your audio is already disconnected. You can also see that they have already started chanting the Mahavakya. Yes. Now, who here wants to have your body scanned?
Anybody from the participants live section, I request.
Anindam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadirsham Tattvamasya Direkhyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavaditam Dirgunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Nama
Having your body scanned through the third eye of these three Balasans. You can just leave it as a message.
Okay, we're having people raising your hand. We request you all to post in the chat. Please do post in the chat. We are seeing people raising your hands. But
Anastasia Rampersad, you can just put it in the comment. We just want it written. So you can just put it in the comment that you want to have your body scanned. So immediately we can actually connect with you and start.
Sorry, Ma, the chat is disabled.
oh, all right. So the people are having a difficulty with the chat. The chat
It is
is
enabled now, Ma. We have enabled it now.
Yes, we have now enabled the chat. We apologize for the technical glitch. The chat has been disabled. Yes, now please do go ahead. If there's any doctor here in the panel, if there's any doctor, now you can go ahead and post in the chat. If you want to come up and join the panel along with our special guest, Dr. Shanti, who has joined us as the doctor's panel. If there's any doctor, you can definitely leave a message in the chat section saying that you're a doctor. Or if you want to experience body scanning as well, you can now go ahead and start posting in the chat, please. If any of you are finding it difficult in the to post in the chat, you're not able to, please do go ahead and I would like to have a body scan.
Great. We have from Singapore, Kubi Kwan Mei. We request the NTV operator to kindly pin Ma Kubi Kwan Mei. Yes, Ma Marilyn, sorry, first, like as we are like just one person we are going to be having right now.
And if there's any doctor here, still it's not too late. You can jump in now. If there's any doctor who wants to come verify this scan live, please do go ahead and please verify this scan. You want to join, so you can also post in the chat and tell I want to join. So we have Ma Kubi Kwan Mei, who has posted in the chat from Singapore. Ma, could you just unmute and introduce yourself, Ma? Yes, Ma Kubi Kwan Mei, are you able to unmute yourself?
Yes, I just unmute myself. Can you hear me? Are you able to hear
we are
me?
now hearing you. Yes, great.
Okay.
We are now hearing you, Ma. Okay. So, Ma Kubi Kwan Mei, now we're going to be doing it a little different. Can I request you to take a piece of paper and a pen, and now before the Balasins scan you, you're actually going to be sharing the answer. What exactly are the medically diagnosed issues, or what exact issues you have? You're going to be sharing it with us here to all the participants live, and then the Balasins are going to be scanning you. So I would request you to now, I'll project a set of parameters, Ma. I would request you to fill them. You can have a sheet of paper and you can write them down. So you can just write them down and you can share with us in front of the doctor. So we have Dr. Shanti here, and you can share it in front of her, saying what are the issues that you have medically diagnosed or the symptoms that you're facing. And even if not medically diagnosed, you're experiencing it. So whatever you have as issues in your body, the health issues, you can go ahead and share now.
Nityanandam, doctor. Currently, I've been experiencing one thing. I've been diagnosed with high blood tension, and also cholesterol levels is now in borderline, in more or less control. And as well, I do have skin conditions. My as there's some slight swelling at one of my toe. Do I need to specify the toe?
Yes, it would be great if you could.
Yeah.
You could just want to Dr. Shanti, are you able to hear her audio clearly? And if you could just acknowledge that, just to ensure that it is reaching you.
Nityanandam.
Yes.
So, Dr. Shanti, you're able to hear me?
Ma, can you just repeat, if you don't mind?
Yeah, then.
Audio is clear.
Okay, Dr. Shanti, I've been diagnosed with the hypertension, cholesterol, and currently I'm experiencing skin condition at both of my feet. The condition of the the skin condition is just like you have blisters and itch, and currently one of my right legs toe, the second last one that's near the nail areas, is having some infection and is having some pus coming out. So are you able to hear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are able to hear you. Yes. Actually, Ma, can I request you to write them down as well? Actually, you can go to the next slide. I request NTV operator project the next slide along with these issues that you told. So basically, I'm just going to be repeating it to the participants. So you have told that you have skin issues and hypertension, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes.
So skin issue,
And you had a swelling in your toe, in your right toe, and you also mentioned that you have a skin condition that you're experiencing on your feet.
That's correct.
Okay. So can I request you to write them down? I have also projected a set of parameters, Ma. If you have any scars or any stitches that you have had, if no, you can just mark as no. And
so basically, this is like the template. Now, the Balasans are also going to be giving their answers in the same template. So these are the different questions. So maybe I could actually read it out to you, so it's easier for you to see what it is. So the first is scars, birthmarks, or stitches. So if you have any of these, you can note down where it is. Second is surgery or implants. Third is blood-related issues. Fourth is respiratory issues. Fifth is any pain in the body. Next is any deficiencies you have. Next, allergies and infections. Next, diagnosed medical issues. Last is any other. So you want to mention something else which is not covered here, you could mention.
Mark, can I clarify what you're referring to? Scar, birthmark, or other stitches and stitches?
So if you have any, yes. So if you have any birthmark on your body,
okay,
you could
so
actually mention it.
How do I need to give description, or I just say yes? Then at which
you
area?
can just tell where it is. So that way, when the Balasan scans and when they tell, they'll be able to, we can check and verify it.
All right. These are the parameters. Do I need to do all, or I need to select a few?
Yes, you can actually just write the answers for all of these, because we are going to be comparing what you have written down plus what the Balasans are going to be writing down. So it's something like a test. I could say. Like, so you're
Okay.
going to be giving, these are all the things. You're going to be preparing the model answer sheet. They
Okay.
are going to be doing
Look
it.
what I'm getting myself in. I am some of it is I'm not too sure how I'm going to describe it because
No, if you're
I
not comfortable for it, please do let us know. You can just put, I'm not really sure. So you can just leave it
Yes.
at that. So some things, if you're not really comfortable, just let us know.
Like,
See,
for
these
example,
paramedics
I'm
are just to
comfortable
assist
in
you.
that. It's just that I'm not know how to describe the things that they are.
No
no
issues.
issues, Ma. So, for
I
example,
can
any
I
deficiencies you don't
give
know how to
those
put
that
it.
if you want
Yeah.
me to put in all those that your template in, I think I might have some little bit of a problem. Other than that, it shouldn't be a problem. I'm not sensitive into answering any questions. It's just that
Okay.
the certain part I'm not really how to put it in.
Okay,
So I
so
just
I can help you, Ma. So you can give the live answer now and in front of the doctor, and doctor is also listening to you. So you can just give the live answers right now if you're finding it difficult to write as well. So first is
yes,
scars,
please.
birthmarks. Yes, scars,
Yes,
birthmarks, and stitches. You don't need
Oh.
to describe your stitches or birthmarks, but do you have any?
I do have a scar on my right foot. That is
Right
caused,
foot.
right foot area that is on the calf area, facing towards
Okay.
the right side. It's
All right.
some sort of a skin eczema that is having a patch, like almost like an oval shaped patch, but it's now slightly better. I do have a birthmark at my neck area towards the back. I'm not sure what is the size, but there's a mark down there. Stitches wise, yes, I do have a stitches on my elbow,
Okay, your forearm. All right.
my arm,
And
the elbow area, and there is an implant.
okay, and the second one, do you have any kind of surgery or implants? Have you ever had any surgery? Now that you told about stitches, maybe that's one, but did you have any other surgery?
The surgery, yes, that was it will not be able to show any stitches ready. It's a keyhole to remove my right my right ovary.
All right, so a keyhole surgery.
But I
And
will not
then do you have
remember
any
which,
blood?
blood related
blood-related
issues. Is
issues?
it will it hypertension count as blood related issues or cholesterol?
Actually, it's more like
I would request the doctor to verify. She would know the medical science better than us. So, doctor, would you please let us know if the hypertension is considered as a blood-related issue?
Indirectly, we will call it as cardiovascular and circulatory disorder. Hypertension is considered as part of the circulatory and cardiovascular dysfunction.
All right.
Yes,
all
I
right.
do have
So, in the
hypertension.
category of blood-related issues, we can also take hypertension as one, ma.
Yes, that's
And
one.
respiratory issues. Do you have any respiratory breathing issues?
Breathing issues, I have not in remission for asthma. I was diagnosed with one, but I have not been having any attacks for I think quite a number of years. If you ask me how many numbers of years, I say approximately 3 to 4 years, or maybe more.
All right. And do you have any?
Yes.
Do you have any pain in the body? Anywhere?
Yes.
Do you have often suffering with pain anywhere?
Yes, I do. My ankle, my bilateral ankle, and also bilateral knee, as well as the right, how you say, the hip area, the right hip.
All right. So you're okay. And then also, do you have any deficiencies? Any deficiencies like iron, hemoglobin, or any of them?
Not that I know of.
Okay, awesome. Then do you have any allergies or any infections in particular? Now you had shared about your skin infection, so I would take that under this category. Do you
Yes,
have any
that's
diagnosed medical issues? Actually, I would take your
Yes.
skin issue that you told about the eczema in your right foot and the skin issues. I would take that as a diagnosed medical issue. Do you have any other medically diagnosed issues, ma?
I have drug allergies, naproxens.
Okay, drug allergies. All right. Okay, so now you have given us quite a detailed answer. And I would now
Yes.
request the doctor.
I hope it will
also-
help, ma'am.
So I would now request the doctor to also acknowledge, Ma. So you heard all of the sharing. So are you acknowledging these, Ma? I'm now going to be
Yes.
calling the balacents out to scan. All right. So this is really getting excited, doctor. And thanks so much, Ma, for sharing. Now I'm going to be calling
worries.
all the
Yeah.
balacents outside of the room. I would now request Ma Nitya Jayeshananda to kindly enter the room. And so you can remove the blindfold of the balacents and you can guide them out.
Decided
Yes.
right now because all the balacents were inside chanting the Mahavakya and they were completely disconnected from the audio and blindfolded. Now I'll be getting the balacents onto the stage and you'll be seeing it right now.
Shrama, we are excited to see what the balacents are going to be sharing. So we're going to be getting the balacents out of the room now. Yes, we can hear the balacents are chanting the Mahavakya. Now Manitya Jayeshananda is removing the blindfold of the balacents, each of them, and all of them are going to be now joining us back on the main stage. They're going to be coming on the main stage. They've not heard anything. And now all of us here know a detailed, or I would say almost a detailed medical report of Ma, and the doctor has also listened to it. Now I'm going to invite Manitya Virajananda, Manitya Brahma Yogananda, and Manitya Kaladarananda. They're all going to be coming out. Right now, they're not hearing us, even as we are talking about them. They're going to be now coming out of the room, back to the main stage. Yes, you can see they have joined us back now on the main stage. Yes. Now, the three balacents, if you're able to hear us, can you all wave your hands now? Yes? Okay, now you're all, okay, so in this few minutes that you are all chanting the Mahavakya, we have had a detailed conversation and now the whole world is excited to listen to what each of you are going to reveal from your third eye. So now I would request all the three of you to scan Ma. Ma has joined us here and each of you can scan and identify, see through your third eye, and you can actually start telling directly what you have seen through your third eye. So we have Ma who has joined us. So I request all of you, the three balacents, to directly see through your third eye. We have Ma Kubi Kwan.
Ma Kubi Kwan, because Ma Kubi Kwan here. So she is here with us. We request all three of you to now, using the same parameters, please start writing down whatever your third eye is.
Yes, I request I request the NTV
Camera.
operator to show the stage camera. I request the front camera to be projected, please. Balacents, your camera has been turned off. Yes.
So now we request all three of you to kindly write down the exact parameters, whatever is being revealed to you.
Yes,
Please
actually,
write down.
you can also start writing down, but in the interest of time, now that the participant has already shared elaborately in front of everyone, so we would request you to actually start revealing directly in the camera itself. So whatever you're seeing through your third eye, I would request, because we have gone into a very detailed demo, so please do go ahead and start sharing whatever Swamiti is revealing to you in your third eye. What did you see? What did your third eye reveal? I'm going to be projecting the parameters again. I will ask each parameter. For each parameter, all three of you can give the answer for what you are seeing on Ma. So I request the NTV operator to project the slide with
So
the parameters.
Yeah. So first, the scars, birthmarks, stitches. You all can reveal what is the answer your third eye is telling you. Manitya Vrajananda, you can go ahead. Manitya Brahma Yogananda, Manitya Kaladarananda.
I request the stage camera to be projected, a close-up shot of the balacents, so we can see them clearly as you're talking. Yes, Manitya Virajananda, Manitya Brahma Yogananda, and Manitya Kaladarananda, you can now start sharing, Ma. So the first is, are three of you seeing any stitches, birthmarks, or scars on Ma? And you can start sharing that answer. Yes, all the three of them are scanning. Whenever the participants are ready and whenever you want to share, you can start sharing. You can just unmute and you can start sharing. Yes, Manitya Brahma Yogananda. Yes, whenever any of you can actually start sharing. You do not wait. You can start sharing.
This area.
In the neck area. Okay.
Neck area.
Okay. Okay. Beautiful. And Manitya Vrijananda. You need not write down, Noma. You can just share directly into the mic. Just the answer for the category of stitches and scars.
Okay. Okay. So what Parameshwar revealed to me is that at her I'm able to see lots of scars, birthmark stitches at the left side of the body. Like especially I'm able to see at the top, around the neck region over here, and the left side, left arm, and also at the lower back, and also at her left thigh. So I'm able to see the scars and stitches that are around the left side of the body.
Okay. Actually, I cannot contain my excitement anymore. Actually, all the viewers, all the participants who witnessed what Ma had shared can post in the comment section now. All the three of the Balasans have answered every point correctly. Actually, I would now request the doctor to verify this. Yes, doctor, please, would you like to go ahead and share?
Yes, our volunteer, she did say that she has a scar on the cough region, and also she said she has a scar for ovarian, the keyhole. She said all these scars the Balasans have mentioned that on the left side of the body.
Yes, and also in particular, she had shown her arm. She showed her arm. Ma, please, you should share now. I think she's excited. She's jumping to share. Yes, Ma, please go ahead and you should share. Were the Balasans correct with what they scanned?
Okay, I'll what they have shared in regards to the left side. Let's say the neck region, actually I have a birthmark, and my left region on my elbow side, I do have a surgery mark, which is I have an implant. But in regards to the ovary, it's actually the right ovary, it's not the left ovary.
It's on the right side. Okay.
And
wow, that was beautiful.
Yeah, but it's very good. Very good. Excellent.
Wow. Actually, all the three of the Balasans were disconnected from the audio. Their first answer was right on dot. They said exactly, two of them pointed the neck and one of them pointed the hand, and each of them exactly told the left side. And each of them had given the right, precise locations. Actually, I am really excited to continue this further. I'm really so sorry we have gone over an hour and beyond. So we have a long program that people are waiting for. So I apologize, Ma. But this was really, really interesting. Each viewer who witnessed this, whoever saw Ma's answer before, this is a live example of the power of body scanning. All three of them gave the same answer. Each of them, actually, all three of them gave a detailed answer. They detailed the same point in different angles, and all three of them were right on dot. Actually, really, I'm just getting goosebumps right now because this is a live testimony of what happens when Paramashiva is awakened in you.
And all these, actually, this is just one of the many parameters. So all these different parameters also, they are going to be scanning. But right now, in the interest of time, we are going to be concluding it over here. So glad to see the comments that are flooding in, and so happy to see when the people putting the chat and they're all smiling here in the room. So thank you so much. And thank you, Ma. Thank you so much for volunteering. And thank you, Ma, Dr. Shanti, for coming here and verifying as a doctor.
Actually,
and thank you so much.
And we should ask for a final word from the doctor, what she feels,
It's amazing power. It is so precise, and it's like a laser point. Exactly, they are able to say on the left side of the body and around the neck, around the hand and the lower part of the body, which our volunteer did mention in the beginning. Completely in sync with what she has and what the third eye is revealed. There is no gap. It authenticates powerfully the demonstration of Shakti of body scanning. It's very precise.
Thank you so much, Mom. Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you so much for joining us in this panel. Thank you so much, Doctor. And thank you so much, Ma, for taking your time to elaborate and share with us. That is so beautiful. And most importantly, thank you to the Balasans. You are amazing. You were right on dot. And you have now so many comments are flooding in and so many people are inspired. Now, today, all of us are going to be experiencing these same Shaktis. Now, I would like to hand it over back to Ma Jnanatma Swami to continue on further. This is getting excited. Let us get ready to witness Vaitheeshwara, have the darshan of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara.
According to United Nations, tuberculosis is one of the top 10 causes of death and a leading cause from a single infectious agent, the above HIV and AIDS worldwide. In 2019, an estimated 10 million people fell ill with tuberculosis worldwide, 5.6 million men, 3.2 million women, and 1.2 million children. Tuberculosis is present in all countries and age groups.
The World Health Organization, who estimates 9 million people get sick with tuberculosis every year. Tuberculosis is one of the top 3 causes of death for women aged 15 to 44. And tuberculosis is easily spread through the air from person to person.
On the World Tuberculosis Day, Kailasa, having taken the spiritual responsibility for the global health of humanity, is offering an exclusive Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan. This is being offered by Kailasa's Department of Health in collaboration with the Kailasa's Department of Human Services, Kailasa's Department of Enlightened Education, in collaboration with Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations for Healing Chronic Illnesses, Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations for Mental Health and Development, and Sri Kailasa Uniting Nations for Alternative and Holistic Medicine.
Now let us see the world stats on other diseases and Kailasha solutions. The world's major problem, depression. Depression is the leading cause of disability in the US, with 17.7 million suffering from it annually. And Kailasha's spiritual solution is 100% cure from depression in all participants in the Inner Awakening program by the blessings and the initiations by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Insomnia, a problem suffered by humanity worldwide with a very high percentage in Brazil. 76% of Brazilians suffer from insomnia, and this is very much prevalent in other parts of the world. However, 100% cure, 100% of the participants got completely cured from insomnia in the Inner Awakening program with the healing touch of the Supreme Pontiff.
Next, asthma. Asthma-related deaths are in the hundreds, with thousands more suffering from it on a daily basis. Kailasa's spiritual solution is 100% cure of participants suffering from asthma through the Inner Awakening program with the blessings and initiations by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Arthritis plagued 13 million Americans and even more worldwide. Kailasa's flagship program of Inner Awakening has proven 100% recovery of all the participants from the arthritis disease by the grace and the blessings of the Supreme Pontiff.
The next, high blood pressure, plaguing 103 million adults in the United States alone. The Kailasa Spiritual Solutions participants of Kailasa's flagship program suffering from high blood pressure saw 100% recovery with the Supreme Pontiff's blessings and initiations.
1 to 2 million people suffer from binge eating and other diet and body image disorders. 100% of the participants completely recovered from the food and eating disorders after attending the Inner Awakening program and receiving the healing blessings of the Supreme Pontiff.
Migraine is an illness plaguing millions worldwide. 100% recovery of participants of Kailasha's flagship program suffering from migraine.
The research results that we have presented so far is from the 21-day Inner Awakening program participants. However, dear viewers and participants, followers, disciples and devotees of the Supreme Pontiff, I would like to tell you that millions around the world have been healed with the blessings and the Diksha from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism just by a healing touch, just by attending an online satsang of the Supreme Pontiff, just by attending a one-day program like Kalpataru, attending some weekend workshops or spiritual retreats like Inner Awakening, Kumbh Mela, spiritual yatras, online programs like Paramashivoham, and through healings offered by the initiated healers of the Supreme Pontiff. We had conducted a scientific research on the Inner Awakening program participants, so we shared with you the research results. However, that is not the only way people could experience healing. Just by attending an online satsang or just by attending free offerings of Kailasa like the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, millions and thousands around the globe have experienced healing from the Supreme Pontiff. 45% of Americans sleeping 7 to 8 hours reported feeling tired and fatigued up to 3 times a week. 27% reported waking up tired on 4 or more days per week. 54% with 6 or less hours sleep wake up tired 4 or more days a week. So many people around the world, so many millions around the world are suffering from low energy, fatigue, lack of self-drive. However, you know what we want to present? 1,300% increase in the mitochondrial cell energy of the participants when they attended a 21-day retreat with the Supreme Pontiff. 1,300% increase in the mitochondrial cell energy is so far unheard of in the scientific fraternity. Scientific world knows a 30 to 40% increase in the mitochondrial cell energy. Mitochondria is the storehouse of the energy storehouse of the cell. And after attending the 21-day retreat with the avatar, we were able to prove scientifically that the energy in the mitochondria in the cells has increased 1,300%. This has never been heard of in the scientific community in any kind of research. And this research is considered groundbreaking and earth-shattering just because of the possibility it brings to humanity, very clearly showing scientifically the effect of Kundalini Shakti awakening. When the inner potential energy gets awakened, how does it reflect in terms of the energy in the body? A 1,300% increase in the mitochondrial cell energy and the cell viability of program participants were found after the research.
Now let us see, with these groundbreaking results, the modern healthcare solutions versus the Hindu healthcare solutions. The modern healthcare solutions, the world, but pharmaceutical companies need you to sell the product. Doctors diagnose and help patients, but this is bad for their business. Health-based NGOs to provide health services and advocacy, but health-based NGOs are
Damisami, can you unmute yourself, please?
Yes. Yes. So
yes, can you please repeat the health-based NGOs part?
Yes. The health-based NGOs to provide health services and advocacy, but the health-based NGOs are funded by the big food companies directly. All the large health organizations encourage people to eat the very foods linked to the diseases they are supposed to be fighting against. Kailasha's Hindu healthcare system, where you pay the doctors, healthcare systems, when you are healthy through a share of their produce. Kailasha's Hindu healthcare system, where trials and errors are conducted by the doctors on themselves or on their own sons.
Let us look at the current health situation around the world. Did you know that there is a law in the United States which prevents you from knowing what is being put in your food? It is called the Dark Act, denying Americans the right to know.
The Dark Act is a blow to the transparency around our food. It imposes a weak labeling requirement with no penalties for non-compliance, gives food companies the option to include the QR codes or 1-800 numbers on packages rather than clear labeling. And thanks to the loopholes in the bill, will likely leave many GMO ingredients exempt from any labeling requirement.
The current health situation, the cheeseburger law. You can't fight the system. The so-called cheeseburger law bans lawsuit related to industry culpability for people's obesity woes. The bill seeks to thwart class action obesity lawsuits against food manufacturers and restaurants.
World Health Organization and other major health groups have labeled both processed and red meats as carcinogenic, the formation of cancerous cells. Yet, powerful lobbying efforts have kept America at the top of the world in meat consumption.
The health-based NGOs are funded by the big food companies directly. All the large health organizations encourage people to eat the very foods linked to the diseases they are supposed to be fighting against. Funders like Kraft Foods Oscar Mayer, Tyson Chicken, Dannon and Yoplait Yogurts, Pizza Hut, KFC, Taco Bell, Subway, Domino's, and the beef and the dairy industries themselves.
The American Chemical Society, ACS, the American Heart Association, AHA, and American with Disabilities Act, ADA, are accepting millions of dollars from pharmaceutical companies that are making billions of dollars from the diseases the health organizations are supposedly trying to combat.
Wall Street Journal, Wall Street admits curing diseases is bad for business. While the proposition that one-shot cure carries tremendous value for patients and society, it could represent a challenge for genome medicine developers looking for sustained cash flow. The words of Salmin Richer of Goldman Sachs.
Media companies need pharmaceutical company ads to survive. Pharmaceutical companies need you to be sick to sell product. Food companies want you to be addicted to their products, so you will keep using them. The government pushes healthcare policies that keep you sick because the government needs healthcare for a strong economy.
We are getting messages in the chat that in some countries, Coca-Cola is cheaper than water, so that people are encouraged to drink Coca-Cola in place of water throughout the day. Absolutely true. And the media companies, sorry, the next slide. You are not allowed to know what is in your food. You can't sue the industry that make you fat and sick. Meat consumption is kept record high due to powerful lobbying. The health-based NGOs are funded by big food companies directly. The diabolical cascading of drugs. You take a pill to cure a problem created by a pill. So you continue to buy pills after pills to grow the business of the pharmaceutical companies.
In Hindu society, the fundamentals of healthcare was a polar opposite of how it exists in the world today. The doctors and pharmacists received their pay only when all his patients were in good health, alive and active.
For example, the doctor of a village will get his share of the grains only when his villagers are healthy. Without healthy villagers to tend to farms, there would be no harvest. Thus, the Hindu doctors need his patients to be healthy for his income, not sick.
Hindu doctors were extremely life positive and held themselves accountable and responsible about the cures and medicine they gave, testing it on themselves or on their own sons, not on animals or other living beings. So imagine with what care a Hindu doctor researched and developed their medicines were only tested only on themselves or on their near and dear ones, not on anyone else. So removing the possibility to be casual and reckless about the medicines they developed.
The next, we would like to give a very quick presentation on the advancement of Hinduism in the Medicare industry. How much advanced Hinduism was.
We have references to stem cell technology and test tube babies in Mahabharata. Hindu epic Mahabharata mentions about hundreds of Kauravas from one mother through the use of stem cell test tube baby technology. It happened a few thousand years ago. Gandhari, the Dhritarashtra's wife, was granted a boon to have 100 sons. So after her marriage, she conceived but was not delivering the baby, and it was 2 years. After 2 years of wait, she finally delivered, but it was a lifeless piece of flesh. Gandhari was shocked to give hope. Then Vedavyasa initiated the process of test tube baby thing and to create test tube babies, and 100 Kauravas and one daughter was born from that.
Next, we have the Shushruta Samhita, the cosmetic surgery via body scanning. Sushruta is known for his pioneering operations and techniques and for his influential treatise, Sushruta Samhita, or Compendium of Sushruta, the main source of knowledge about surgery. It forms the foundation of Ayurveda and is highly regarded as one of the great trilogy of Ayurvedic medicine. The Sushruta Samhita documented the etiology of more than 1,100 diseases, the use of hundreds of medicinal plants, instructions for performing scores of surgical procedures, including 3 types of skin grafts, reconstruction of the nose. Sushruta even mentions that much of what was practiced was revealed directly to him by Dhanvantri, the Hindu god of Ayurveda and medicine. So advanced was this civilization in the field of medicine, in the field of healthcare, and there was so much dharmic righteousness that was practiced in this tradition. And that is what the Supreme Pontiff is reviving today. As we get ready to learn and to have the darshan of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara, let us understand who is Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara.
Paramashiva is the Lord of medicines, the Lord Vaitheeshwara. Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara Swami is the manifestation of Paramashiva, who is the Lord of medicines and Ayurveda, the whole body healing system. Paramashiva took this form to heal Chandra from all his diseases and illnesses.
Paramashiva, as Vaidyanatha Swami, along with his consort Devi Tayal Nayaki, brought down the Sanjeevi Tailam, the panacea for all ills, and soil from the roots of the Bilva tree from Kailasa to Bhuloka, the planet Earth, in order to cure the illnesses of mankind. So the dimension of Paramashiva, who came down from Kailasa to cure the illnesses of mankind, is Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara.
This is a prayer to Lord Vaitheeshwara. To him, with the braided hair, we call with reverence down the wild boar of the sky, the red and the dazzling shape, maybe his hand filled full of sovereign medicines, grant us protection, shelter, and a home secure.
This is a direct reference from the Rig Veda, the first mandala, 114th Sukta, 5th verse. The actual verse says, Dvivo varaham arusham kapardhinam tvesham rupam namasahi hwayamahe haste bibrat beshaja varyani sharma varma chidir asmabhyam yastate. The reference to Bhagavan Vaidyanatha. Next, we want to share with you how the energy of Vaidyanatha Swami completely removes the negative thought currents. The reference is directly from Vaidyanatha Ashtakam, the 4th verse. It says, I salute Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the king among physicians, who cures all the great diseases like rheumatism and arthritis, who is saluted by the great sages, and to whom the sun god, moon, and the god of fire are his own eyes. Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara completely removes all our negative thought currents and heals the chronic diseases like rheumatism and arthritis.
The energy of Vaidyanatha Swami bestows speech, sight, and healing to other senses. This is the reference from Vaidyanatha Ashtakam, verse 5. I salute to that God, Lord God Shiva, who is the king among physicians, who blesses those beings who have lost their speech, hearing, and sight, ability to walk with these abilities, and who provides cure for devastating diseases like leprosy. Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara removes all our patterns of impossibility and bestow the possibility and abilities to the beings who have lost their sight, speech, hearing, and other disabilities.
The energy of Vaidyanatha Swami heals us from the fear of death. Those who recite this prayer and pray to Lord Vaidyanatha Vaitheeshwara, who is with his consort Balambika, and who removes the fear of birth and death, would be cured of all great diseases. This is the reference from the Palashruti of Vaidyanatha Ashtakam. worshipping Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara takes us beyond the fear of death and heals us from the various great diseases. The Apta Pramana is also from the Vaidyanath Ashtakam, where it beautifully says, Vakshrotra netrangri vihina janto Vakshrotra netrangi mukha pradaya Kushtadi sarvonnata roga hantre Shri Vaidhyanathaya Namah Shivaya. I salute that Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the king among physicians, who blesses those beings who have lost their speech, hearing, sight, and the ability to walk with these abilities, and who provides the cure for devastating diseases like leprosy. When I read this verse, I just feel like I'm reading about Bhagavan, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness. I only know, and I've heard thousands of people sharing how they have been healed. People who are unable to walk are walking. People who are unable to see are seeing. People who are unable to hear are hearing. People who have such chronic illnesses like arthritis and migraine and cancer and all these have been healed. As I read this verse, I can only remember Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashivam, our Guru, for blessing us by healing millions of people worldwide.
Today, Paramashiva, embodied as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has manifested the energy of Vaidyanatha Swami into millions to address the prayers of humanity.
Not only the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, he himself healed millions of people worldwide. He has initiated hundreds of thousands of his disciples, devotees, and followers to be initiated as his own spiritual healers, to become medium for the cosmic energy to flow through them to heal others. So hundreds of thousands of healers all over the world, acting as the hands of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, are healing tens of thousands of people worldwide every single day. And today, what we are going to be receiving, the prasada, the powerful cognition as a gift that we are going to be receiving from this program, is learning how do we create a healthy body as we want. How can we manifest our own body in the way that we always wanted? That is what we're going to be learning in today's program as we get ready for the darshan of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara. How can we create, craft, and sculpt a body as we want?
Health as per Hinduism. Health is a state of complete physical, mental, spiritual, psychological, and social well-being. Being healthy means being complete, achieving our wholeness, reaching the complete fulfillment and self-realization.
In Sanskrit, we have a different word for health, swastha. Swastha means centered on yourself. The very definition of health in Sanskrit is totally different. Health is not just diseaselessness. Health is a positive well-being completely centered on yourself.
What modern medicine missed is the fundamental blind spot with modern medicine is not accepting the role of consciousness, treating body as just biomechanism.
What is the real purpose of health? Good health is not just absence of disease, it is a positive well-beingness. The very purpose of our existence is to achieve the ultimate experience of our consciousness, the ultimate bliss. To feel bliss continuously inside and to float with the blissful lightness is what is called as arogya or good health.
Our body is pure intelligence. It is not just a biomechanism. It is a force plus intelligence. It can respond to every single thought of your mind. Reaching and achieving the zone of intelligence or the space of consciousness is the goal.
We accumulate too much of negative emotions or toxins in our system. And for that reason, we are not able to achieve the deep, blissful or restful awareness. All of our diseases are actually psychosomatic, meaning our disease stems from negativity and disturbances in the mind.
Diseases originate from the mind and are then expressed in the body. So the root is the mind, not the body. In reality, mind and body are two aspects of the same phenomenon. Mind and body are not two different things. That's why the body is a psychosomatic phenomenon.
Mind is the subtlest part of the body, and body is the grossest part of the mind. Both the body and mind affect each other. We accumulate too much of negative emotions or toxins in our system. Memories and emotions are stored in our system, leading to disease. Now, let us watch this clip where the Supreme Pontiff himself explains about the true meaning of health.
First, few basic truths, basic understandings. One, health is not just absence of illness. If you are not in the hospital, if you are in the house, don't think you are healthy. Health is not just absence of illness. It is something more than that. It is well-being. Just because you are not in the hospital, absence of disease does not mean you are healthy. First truth. I want you to internalize these few truths so that we will further work on some homeworks. Second, health is a state of physical, psychological, emotional and spiritual well-being where you feel life is good. Rarely, sometimes when you wake up in the morning, maybe for 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes, you will feel life is good. Wow. But very rarely you feel that. Those are the moments you are healthy. But in the modern day, especially city life, the stress level is so high, you forgot like this, sometimes you even feel life is good. Health is a state of physical, psychological, emotional and spiritual well-being. There are two keys connected directly to your health. One is happiness. Please understand. I have hundreds of researchers. I can give you references. University of Kentucky has done researches. Hundreds of researches have been done. And they come to the conclusion, even the people who use the word joy, thanks in their verbal language live longer than others. Understand, feeling joyful, feeling grateful is secondary. If you feel, then your whole health goes through a transformation. Even if you use those words, you live longer. I can give you one references. It says the people who use the word joy and thankful live 10 years more than the people who don't use. 10 years, if you want to live long, start using this word joy and thankfulness. It is just amazing. This is just a very preliminary level. But there are many other researches shows the key biological functions of your body goes through a complete transformation when you feel joy even for a moment. Suddenly morning you get up and you see a good SMS from your friend just greeting you or sending his love or wishes to you, just the SMS. You are in joy for 10 minutes. You feel there are some people to stand by you. Even the 10 minutes joy can transform the key functions of your biological system. Liver, heart, intestine, lungs, all the key functions can be transformed. Hundreds of researchers are again and again showing your patterns, the way in which you live, directly impacts your health. Now, I'll make you understand experientially not only your patterns, the way you think about you. I have some more references for you. More studies done in psychobiological connections. University College London scientists. Just to give you one or two references I have. They say even the blood chemicals, please understand, stress does not change just your blood pressure. You would have heard only your blood pressure is changed. If you get stressed, your blood pressure will go up. That only you know. But the psychobiological connections, the research is done in that line by the University College of London says, not just blood pressure, even the chemicals, ingredients of blood changes along with your stress level. If your stress level goes up, the poison level, the toxins level in your blood goes up. I wanted you to understand not only your patterns or engram, even the way you feel about you is very important for your health. Even if you don't have any external stress, but if you have a wrong idea about you, that itself can destroy your health. I have seen many villages. They don't have any stress. They are not in corporate companies. They don't need to get up and just eat their breakfast while driving and land in the corporate office and whole day get kicked by the boss, and the evening come back and just sit in front of TV for 1 hour and fall asleep. No, they don't live that life. Many Indian villages still retain their innocent life. Morning slowly they will wake up around 9 o'clock, come and sit in the village tea shop and drink the tea and talk the whole politics and story, everything till 12 o'clock. Then slowly 1 o'clock take bath and go around and see the land, the agriculture happening, come back 7 o'clock and sit in front of TV till 10 in the night, fall asleep. There are people, even they fall sick and they also don't live long because the concepts they carry about themselves, the ideas they carry about themselves. Not only the active pattern, the passive beliefs you have also affects your system, also affects your health. Now, we are going to work on your active patterns and passive beliefs, both. We are going to work on both. The passive beliefs alone can raise your bad cholesterol.
The genesis of disease. Everyone believe and cherish certain thought currents in us. If we allow and cherish the life negative ideas and beliefs about ourselves and life around us, that will directly reflect on our body that we.
Our thoughts becomes our body, our belief system, who we believe ourselves to be, becomes our reality.
If you believe that going in the rain will make you sick and you will catch cold and fever, that is what you are creating as your reality. Hereditary diseases become reality because of our belief in them.
If you believe my grandparents had diabetics and lived only for 60 years, so I will also have the same, you are creating that reality for yourself. If I don't have a cup of coffee in the morning after I wake up, I will have headache. That is the reality that you are creating.
Decide consciously to cherish life positive ideas. You will manifest everything in your life: health, wealth, relationship, mental health, enlightenment, the state of Paramashiva, the space of Paramashiva, the being of Paramashiva, and the superconsciousness of Paramashiva. Always decide to cherish life positive ideas.
Now let us do one internalization exercise on incompletions with health. First, write down the earliest memory and ideas you had about health. Recollect and write down the incident and your experience when you first fell ill. Second, recollect and write down the incident and your experience of first time when your near and dear ones fell ill.
Let's take a few minutes. We request everyone to sincerely do this assignment. Please take a notebook and pen. Do not type, preferably I would say not type on your laptop or mobile phone. Take a pen and a paper and write down all the earliest memories, ideas you had about health. Recollect and write down the incidents and the experience when you first fell ill. All the earliest memories and ideas you had about health. For example, you would have seen somebody like in their 40s or 50s, having some kind of a health issue. Or you would have felt the earliest memory you would have about health is, oh, if I go out in the rain, this will happen to me. Or if I don't eat, I will have headache. Or if I eat too much, this problem will be there. Whatever ideas you collected in your childhood, please pen that down. That is the earliest memories and ideas, all the ideas that you have about health. Recollect and write down the incident and the experience. Next, recollect and write down your experience of the first time when your near and dear ones fell ill. Please take a few minutes. Let's play the Mahavakya as we pen down the internalizing the incompletions with respect to health. Sincerely pen down. Pause the Mahavakya. Yes, let's move to the next step. Look into your life and describe all the incompletions you experience in the area of health with respect to your own health and the health of others in your life. So what are the incompletions that we experience in the area of health? Incompletions means anything that makes you feel powerless with respect to your health. For example, you feel, oh, even if I don't eat, I keep putting on weight. You know, a lot of people I know say that. I don't eat much, but I don't know why I keep putting on weight. Some people have an incompletion that, oh, how much ever I eat, I never put on weight. Some other people have an incompletion that, oh, I don't eat anything, but I still keep putting on weight. So these are some of the incompletions. You may even have some incompletions about One is food and one is about your health. You feel like you constantly fall sick. And I know people who say like, oh no, when I travel, even if like the water you drink changes, immediately they catch some infection, cold, something, and they fall sick. You may have some incompletion saying, whenever I travel, I fall sick. Or whenever there's a rainy season, I catch cold. All these are all the health beliefs that you have, all the incompletions that you have in the dimension of health. Whatever makes you feel powerless. Oh, I have such a weak legs. My eyes are so bad. I constantly keep getting headache. Whatever is the incompletions, whatever makes you powerless in the dimension of health, please pen it down. Then the fourth question. Recollect and write down all your current health beliefs. This is very, very, very important. As the Supreme Pontiff says, you do not manifest what you want, you manifest what you believe. Many of us want a healthy body, but we feel our body is full of problems. That is what you keep manifesting in your life. For example, I will get diabetes because my father already has it. I have blood pressure because my mother has it and it is hereditary. I will get headache if I get exposed to the sun. These are the kind of beliefs that we carry within us. So internalizing on incompletions with health. Please take a few moments to pen down the answers to question 3 and 4. Let's go ahead and play the Mahavakya and take a few moments to pen down the answers, detailed answers to the questions of incompletion and all the beliefs that
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham Om Nityananda Paramashivoham
Intensely look inside yourself. Please do not waste this time. Intensely pen down all the incompletions that you have with respect to health and all the health beliefs that you carry. Look what are all the different health beliefs that you carry within you? Pen down. What are all the different health beliefs? By the time if you don't have a hot coffee in the morning, you will have a headache. Or if you don't read the newspapers, you can't pass your stools in the morning. Or if I don't drink something hot, I will not be fresh all day. All the different health beliefs that you are having, it can be very simple to or if I don't sleep for 6 hours, I will have a headache. If I don't eat meals on time, I will have a gastric problem. All these are different health beliefs. Write down all your current health beliefs and all the incompletions that you are facing in the dimension of health. Please take a few minutes to pen down. These are very important for you to manifest the health you want. You need to be first aware all the beliefs that you are holding within you, which is actually manifesting the ill health that we have or we may be experiencing in our lives. Please take a few moments to intensely pen down. We will give you a minute or two. Let's go ahead and play the Mahavakya. Yes. Now let's move on to the next step. We'll now be watching a beautiful satsang, a video of Swamiji revealing about why diseases are created and how do we heal them in our body. A beautiful video. Let us watch this.
Almost all the masters, they agree on one point. Body is energy. Your being is energy. Your being is the Shakti Spurana, the energy fountain. Then where we are missing? Continuously we are hearing you are energetic, you are energetic, you are energetic. Then where are we missing? What is happening? Why are we not feeling? And not only that, it is not that we have not experienced the energy. We have experienced till the age of 7. Till the age of 7, we have experienced the intelligence. We have felt the energy. We were alive without even thinking, without even bothering, without even worrying about anything. Full of energy, bubbling with energy. So much of life has radiated even in our being. There was a time when we were so alive, so active, so expressive, so energetic. Then how we are missing that energy? So low when we are trained by the modern day society, when we are conditioned by this modern day society. Let us look a little deep into it, where something has gone wrong. We have 3 layers of body. Don't think you have only 1 layer of body, as you all think. You have 3 layers of body. First thing, the physical body which you have now, which you are handling. The second thing, mental body or subtle body, which you are using at the time of dreaming. When you dream, every night you create a new body. That is why you feel associated with that body. For example, you are sleeping in India. You dream as if you have gone to some other country. You are dreaming yourself as if you are walking in some other country. How can you travel or how can you experience something without having body? In the dream, you create a body which is made of the same stuff in which dreams are made. Now you create a body which is made of the same stuff in which the world is made, matter. That time you assume one more body which is made of the same stuff which is created in the same dream stuff, and you associate yourself with that body. That's what I call mental body. The third thing, causal body. That's the important thing. The experience which you undergo at the time of deep sleep. The energy which rejuvenates you. The body which rejuvenates you. Which again energizes you. Sleep is one of the automatic mechanisms to rejuvenate your body. Your body's own intelligence. It just takes you inside, comforts you, rejuvenates you, and sends you back again to go on work, to express. Now understand these 3 things: physical body, mental body, and causal body. Physical body, subtle body, causal body. These 3 words. The problem is, we have only physical body under our control. For example, if you are 100%, all these 3 body put together, you are 100%. But by nature, only 33% is under your control. Only the physical body you keep under your control. Subtle body and the causal body, both are not under your control. It's like you have 100-acre land, only 33 acres you are using. Other 33 are left. They are not under your control. You are not using them. Because of this, 2 problem happens. One is you are not able to use your full personality. You are not able to use all the 100 acre. Second thing, from the other 66 acres, all kinds of wild animals, all kinds of disturbances all kinds of snakes, scorpion, everything sneaks into this 33 acre also to disturb you. Same thing, understand? You have 3 layers of body. Only the physical layer is under your control. Because of that, not only you are missing 66% of your being, your energy, and the wrong things, unnecessary interference of the 66% into the 33% creates a deep discomfort feeling to your being. Whenever these 3 bodies don't fall in ease with each other, don't feel in ease with each other, don't feel comfortable with each other, the diseasiness creates disease. Diseasiness between these 3 bodies only creates disease. Whenever your subtle body unnecessarily enters into the physical body, you feel restless. Subtle body means filled with thoughts. When it enters into the physical body, you feel restless. Wherever you are, you don't stay there. If you are here, your mind is somewhere else. We can be sure about that. Continuously you feel restless. What next? What next? What next? What next? Restlessness and the psychological dissatisfaction is the main reason for all the psychosomatic disorders. All the psychosomatic disorders is only one reason. One important thing. Now the doctors are coming up with a conclusion. Even the accidents are your invitations. We are thinking accidents are accidents, but there is so much of research done by the people. They are coming up with a new data, new informations. Unless you invite, unless your mind is ready, unless you are asking, accidents don't happen. They call it the power of coincidence. There is no such thing as coincidence happens on the planet Earth. If you don't know the cause, then you say it's a coincidence. Everything happens only with cause and effect. There is nothing on the planet Earth which happens without the cause. Can anything happen without cause? Only cause and effect. If you know the cause, you say cause and effect. If you do not know the cause, you say it is just coincidence. We may not know the reason, but there is no such thing on the planet Earth which happens without cause. Everything happens only with cause. Even if the accidents are proved, they have cause. They have invitation from your side. Can't we understand the diseases are nothing but our own creation? And one more thing, important fact. Every part of your body has got its own life. For example, liver is replaced once in 12 months. Every 12 months, your liver is replaced totally. Not even one cell, one atom is left. Total liver is replaced in every 1 year by your body. Same way, every part of your body is continuously getting replaced. Continuously getting replaced. You create new part, and the old part by and by dies. Slowly the dead cells are removed and new cells are created and the part is replaced. In this process, your thinking system, your subtle body, your mind involves very much. Your mind plays a major role in the new creation or updating your body. In the East, there is a beautiful science called Samutrika Lakshanam. Means They will tell your character just by seeing your body structure. Just seeing your body structure, your character will be very clearly explained. It's a science. It's not a belief. It's not a superficial prediction. Science. They will tell your character very clearly, exactly inch by inch, just seeing your body structure. Because the Eastern mystics have discovered long time ago, your mind plays a major role on creating your body. So, your mind is the experience, body is the expression. Your body is the expression, mind is experience. As the experience, so will be the expression. Your mind is the master which creates your body. Your mind plays a major role in creating your body. It is your body which is the expression of your mind. These three bodies, when they interfere in the other's space without invitation, they create trouble. As I was explaining to you, if the subtle body enters into the physical body, it creates deep restlessness in you and it creates psychosomatic diseases, wheezing, stomach problem, and all the problems related to heart, the Anahata chakra and Manipuraka, as just because of the subtle body entering into physical body. Next thing, subtle body entering into causal body. That is what causes insomnia. Subtle body means filled with restlessness, thoughts. If it enters into the causal body, the deep sleep layer, that's what causes insomnia, chronic fatigue. Chronic fatigue, insomnia, sleep, not only sleeplessness, all the disorders in the sleep, they are caused by the subtle body entering into the causal body. And the next thing, causal body entering into the physical body and subtle body. When causal body unnecessarily enters into the physical body, you feel a deep inertness. Inertness means you don't want to do anything. You just want to be totally silent. And you just want to be totally in the inertness. Sort of a deep physical depression. Deep physical depression. And whenever the causal body enters into the subtle body, again you feel a deep mental depression. Deep physical depression and deep mental depression. These two are caused by causal body entering into physical and subtle bodies. One important thing you need to understand. Human being is the only animal who feels tired after taking rest. We are the only animal who feel tired after taking rest. If you ask the people, why are you tired? So tired of taking rest. Whole night we would have slept, but we feel tired. No other animal on the planet Earth, no other animal feels tired early in the morning. You can see birds chirping and flying. Calf, even if it has no work, just it will go around. And dog, it will go around the house and see its boundaries. And there is no other animal which does not have, which gets disturbed so much, or which is away from the nature. We are the one and only animal who get tiredness, who get tired after taking rest, because the causal body is not total when you rest. Important thing, doctors are now declaring, in America, nobody sleeps more than 14 minutes maximum. Any average human being, he sleeps only 14 minutes maximum. After every 14 minutes, he comes out, he is thrown out. He comes to the dream state and wanders in the dream state, then he falls into the deep sleep. Deep sleep, just for 14 minutes, he is thrown out, he wanders in the dream state, the mental restlessness again goes back to deep sleep and comes out. Not more than 14 minutes. You have any question? Something you are telling? Yes. I mean, when I say sleep, I mean the total deep sleep. Dream state is not sleep. Please be very clear. Dream state is one of the disease. Let me explain. When it comes to the second layer, I'll explain how the dream state is disease. Only maximum 14 minutes the person rests average in America. And in the eastern countries, the much poor countries, especially India, they did the test. It's a 36 minutes. Look, where is 14 and where is 36? The maximum time they can have in the deep sleep state, they can be in the causal body, is 36 minutes. Only here 14 minutes. Then understand how much our inner layers are disturbed. How much the inner layers are unease with each other.
We saw how beautifully the Supreme Pontiff explained about the different layers and what does really health mean, the energy that we experience in the body. Next. Meditation and medication both have healing powers. When we say healing, we mean being complete, achieving our wholeness, reaching that complete fulfillment, self-realization.
Now, let us do one meditation technique to achieve health. This technique has two parts. Its total duration is 13 minutes. So this technique gives an experience of deep relaxation. The first step, 3 minutes you'll be doing. Close your eyes and sit with your head. So first we'll be reading the instructions. So you'll expect what to do. Then we'll be giving you step-by-step instructions in detail. The first part is close your eyes and sit with your head, neck, back in a straight line. Chant the Humkara mantra intensely into your center. Send the sound inside. The energy of this sound will work on your body and energize it. It will infuse energy into you. That's the first step. Second part is just 2 minutes. Roll your eyes either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Do not allow any inner visualization. Roll your eyes intensely. This itself will stop all the inner visualization. That's third step. Relax for a few minutes. By the time you reach the third step, you will have a clear awareness in you because you have cleared the verbalization and visualization. So naturally, you will see a deep silence in you. Enjoy and relax into that silence for a few minutes. It is like a complete cleaning program. Let's start doing this. The first step, let's do this for 3 minutes.
So the first step we are going to enter into now. So please sit straight and close your eyes. Sit with your head, neck, and spine in a straight line. Chant the Hukara mantra. I request the NTV operator to move to the next slide. Chant the Hukara mantra. Hukara means you will just chant Hu. Hu. Just Hu, H-O-O. Just the Hu sound, just send it into you. Send the sound inside. The energy of the sound will work on your body. This will completely stop any kind of a verbalization going on inside you. Okay? So please chant the Hukara mantra for a few minutes. Let us start. Now, let's move on to the next step. You can stop the Hukara chanting. The second step, Roll your eyes either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Do not allow any inner visualization. Roll your eyes intensely. This itself will stop all the inner visualization. So roll your eyes intensely, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Roll your eyes intensely, either clockwise or anti-clockwise. Do not allow any inner visualization. This itself will stop all the inner visualization. We'll now move to the next step. The last and the final step, relax for a few minutes with your inner verbalization stopped with the Okara mantra and inner visualization stopped with the rolling of the eyes. Now just sit without any verbalization or visualization. Just enjoy and relax into the silence for a few minutes. Yes, you can relax. It's a very quick, very short technique, but it can really lead us to experience that inner silence. Those of you who enjoyed and experienced that inner silence, you can message in the chat, how was your experience going through this 3-step, very short, very quick, but a very powerful meditation. How was your experience? Please put it in the chat on YouTube and Facebook and on the Zoom video conferencing. Yes, Mandayami Swami, you can go ahead.
Yes. So with that beautiful experience of silence, so raising our consciousness awakens the latent potential energy called Kundalini Shakti. The largest untapped natural resource lying within us is Kundalini Shakti. Once awakened, Kundalini brings about extraordinary transformation in the body-mind system of the individual, including a huge surge in energy levels, the healing of chronic diseases, and enhanced mental abilities.
Only the rarest being, known as the avatar, by the virtue of being established in the space of non-dual oneness, can awaken our Kundalini Shakti in us by the sheer power of his presence. Just the simple technique designed by the avatar. We are seeing are literally flooding. Participants are saying just the 10-minute meditation that we did, not even 10 minutes, it was just 7 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and 2 minutes, was very powerful. And a lot of people are saying it's very, Devika Rani is saying very peaceful and silence. And Astama is saying very amazing. And Anya Zhao is saying beautiful and powerful. And we have Marlene saying very peaceful and powerful. Shane saying felt the silence within, felt great. I felt like Swamiji's presence. And we have Maya. Maya Malia is saying, I felt Swamiji in my being on the 3rd step, feeling amazing, feeling lighter and powerful. Very peaceful, felt peaceful and powerful. Powerful Kundalini, peaceful. The chats are literally flooding on YouTube and on Facebook. So many people saying it was fantastic experience. Kavita Ma on YouTube and Madhurga is saying it was so calming. Mike Rodriguez is saying very relaxing. And we have Miss Tracy saying helpful. Just 1 minute of silence was amazing. Deepta Balachandran is saying remaining without visualization and verbalization is a state of total surrender. And Saul Lim on YouTube is saying peace and silent meditation is so powerful. Aishwarya Gaikwad is saying short and very effective. Rani Iyer is saying deep relaxation and energy bust, very point and powerful. Beautiful. Yes, now let's move on. The next part of today's presentation, we are going to share with you about Avatar as our Guru. Anandam prasannam jnanaswarupam nijabodha yuktam yogindra medium bhavaroga vaidyam srimad gurum nityamaham namami. The meaning of this verse says, I always bow down to the Guru who exudes delight, who is cheerful. His very nature is knowledge. He is aware of his own self. He is the highest among the yogis and is adorable. He is the physician for the disease of worldly existence. Just like Devi Ganga Ma, who fills all our needs from quenching the basic thirst to giving the ultimate liberation, our Guru, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, does not only heal us from all our physical ailments and diseases, he enlightens us and cures us from the biggest disease of worldly existence and ignorance.
The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given innumerable solutions for humanity to manifest a healthy yogic body, to radiate the ultimate superconsciousness of Paramashiva. Today, we'll be introducing some of the techniques, namely Nirahara Samyama, Nityananda Yoga, Nitya Kriyas, Nityananda Spiritual Healing, Kaya Kalpa Yoga, and pregnancy care, and various lifestyle practices recommended by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
First is the Nirahara Samyama. Nirahara Samyama means to explore and discover your body's possibility without having any input like food or water. Your body is a miniature of the cosmos with all possible intelligence in it. If a fish can swim, you can swim. If a bird can fly, you can fly. Just you need to rediscover those possibilities from your biomemory, reawaken those possibilities in your biomemory. Here, willpower is not used, but your biomemory is awakened. You will be liberated from the patterns you created through food.
A medical research project on Nirahara program participants demonstrates medical miracles in just 21 days. 90% experienced reduced cholesterol levels. 92% experienced huge gains in vitamin B12 levels. 100% experienced gains in vitamin D and 70% gain in hemoglobin. 85% decrease in urea and major weight loss from 10 to 50 pounds. This research proves that we can successfully and permanently lose weight and recover from serious life-threatening illnesses, cardiovascular diseases, diabetics, high cholesterol, chronic fatigue, and low thyroid and depression. And for more information, visit befoodfree.org.
The next solution given for the health of the humanity and for experiencing enlightenment itself to manifest the extraordinary powers is Nityananda Yoga. In a world where the very yoga field is well famous, but at the same time, the very understanding of yoga is so diluted today, here the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals the real, true, authentic yoga. Let us watch this clip.
Yoga's become an $80 billion industry, incorporating everything you could think of from animals to food. And everyone is looking to get their share, be it through expensive apparel or sponsored Instagram posts. This might look fashionable and harmless, but what you don't understand is the detrimental effects it has on your consciousness. When you're practicing authentic yoga, you're working with an independent intelligence, a science to awaken the inner potential energy within you. When you add your own twist to yoga, it changes this internal process and brings a different effect on your physiology, psychology, and neurology. Some people practice yoga to build a strong physique, for the healing of an ailment, or for relieving stress and anxiety. However, throughout the years, the original source of yoga has been lost, and the entire science has been diluted. Many of the traditional yogic asanas and their context have completely disappeared from the mainstream practice. Yoga is not just about asanas, but aligning the body to the cosmic geometry and experiencing different states and dimensions. To miss this context is missing the whole purpose of yoga. Adiyogi, Sadashiva, is the creator of yoga. He delivered the original yogic scriptures through the Vedas and Agamas as a way to experience the ultimate through our bodies. After the revelation of yoga by Sadashiva himself, great yogis and sadhus practiced yoga to acquire the best physique and physiology to manifest the state and powers of Sadashiva. This is authentic yoga. Agoris, sadhus, sannyasis have always exemplified the yogic powers and demonstrated incredible feats. As recently as a few centuries back, powerful yogis roamed the earth shamelessly showcasing these powers. However, an unknown enemy violently attacked the very foundation of Hinduism. Fueled by the desire for power and control, strategic acts of pillaging, mass starvation, and cultural genocide cheated the modern Hindu into believing their own history as mythology. Today, we live in a society where child obesity has become accepted, cancer is almost anticipated, and depression and suicide is at an all-time high. This is a distant sight from the peak of human potential described in the Vedas and Agamas. Brahmamsa Nityananda, the cosmos itself, landed as a lightning bolt and revived the authentic yoga from the source. He is taking humans and making them superhuman with yogic bodies meant for manifesting powers. For the first time, Swamiji is reintroducing the Shastra Pramanas and reviving the purest form of yoga. He has already collected, preserved, translated, and delivered to the world many of the original yogic scriptures which were virtually inaccessible. He is the only being teaching yoga based on authentic Hindu Shastras, and it is the only yoga for manifesting Shaktis, the amazing powers of Sadashiva. As a lifelong yogi and avatar, Swamiji is able to give an experiential understanding to his disciples by transmitting the state and space of a yogi. With 2 world records in Shivastambha Yoga and Kundalini Raju Yoga, he is taking the world of yoga by storm. He has published 108 plus Nitya Kriyas, 900 plus yogic asanas, 300 plus yogic techniques, 600 meditation techniques, and much more. He has tens of thousands of initiated yogis worldwide. He continues to give breakthroughs to all his disciples by initiating them into new yogic powers. His vision is to make Nityananda Yoga the certifying authority on yoga as per the Vedic scriptures, to bring authenticity back to the practice. He will have thousands of Nityananda Yoga acharyas ordained to share this authentic science with the world. And to verify everything with Shastra Pramana and Apta Pramana, he intends to build the world's largest library of yogic techniques authenticated by the yogic scriptures. He is establishing yoga as a powerful science to explore your possibilities, manifest Shaktis, and explore the 25 states of consciousness and 11 dimensions of the universe.
The next offering given to the world by the Supreme Pontiff is the great revelation of Nitya Kriyas. Nitya Kriyas are the healing techniques for more than 100 diseases. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has given clear yogic techniques to heal ourselves called Nitya Kriyas. What are Nitya Kriyas and what are the science behind Nitya Kriyas? Let us watch this beautiful video.
The science of Kriyas.
Blood flow, breathing air flow, thought flow. You have something called energy flow continuously happening in you. In this energy circulation, energy flow, if there is a disturbance in some part, for example liver, kidney or heart, intestine, at some part, if there is a disturbance in this energy circulation, that is when you start developing diseases and disorders and disturbances. Disease, disorders, disturbances expresses itself in different ways.
The human body has 7 circuits: blood circuit, circulatory system, nerve circuit, the nervous system, prana circuit, the respiratory system, digestive circuit, excretory circuit, reproductive circuit, and energy circuit. Of these circuits, the energy circuit is governed by the Kundalini energy. Though not spoken much by the medical science, but elaborate references have been given for Kundalini energy in the Vedic tradition. The Kundalini energy is the innate, immense potential energy in every individual that helps complete the energy circuit. How does Kundalini energy reach different parts of the body? Let us take the example of a water tank. A water tank is a structure which stores water. This water is distributed to different places through the pipelines, which forms a circuit. The pipelines end in outlet taps through which the water reaches the end users. Similarly, the Kundalini energy reaches the different parts of the body through the 72,000 nadis or energy channels. Let's say, for instance, there is a block somewhere in the circuit of pipelines. Then what happens? There is no flow of water. Then you identify and correct the block. Even if the blockage is removed, water has to be pumped in for the flow to resume. Similarly, when there is a block in the energy circuit in the body, there is impedance to energy flow forward and it results in disease in that particular organ. The Kundalini energy in our body is like the water in the water tank. Kriyas are powerful tools which help to remove the energy blockage and restore the energy flow. When the body is aligned in certain postures during Kriyas, the energy block is removed. Once the block is removed, the Kumbhaka pumps in the Kundalini energy just as the water gets pumped in to the pipeline once the block is removed. When the energy flow is re-established, energy starts flowing and the disease is healed.
Now, if your body is put in certain position, that energy blockages get removed. The energy circulation, that plumbing gets properly aligned. The wiring gets properly aligned. After that, the Kumbhaka starts pumping the energy into that circuit. See, putting your body in certain asana makes the circuit blockage free. The circuit becomes perfect. But only through the Kumbhaka, the energy gets pumped into the circuit. This is exactly the principle on which Kriya works.
Kriyas are a unique combination of asanas, pranayamas, and kumbhakas, wherein they are more effective than the individual asanas and pranayamas.
Even for few seconds, if the energy circuit route is aligned and energy is pumped, you are out of the disease. You are out of the disorder. You are free. These kriyas are not just ordinary asana, ordinary yoga postures, ordinary kumbhaka, ordinary pranayama. It is like two different chemicals. Separately, if you take, it may take 10 years for you to cure the disease. But mixed properly in certain combination, it removes the disease in 2 days, in one dosage.
The kriyas help to restore the energy imbalance, and which results in healing diseases. Kriyas help to heal the body, experience extraordinary powers, and to have spiritual experience in the body.
These kriyas are my unique contributions to the world. The kriyas have 7 ingredients. 1, yoga. 2nd, kumbhaka, pranayamas. 3rd, visualizations. 4th, verbalization, means chanting of some mantra internally. See, internally when you create the sound, it's called mantra. Externally when you listen, it's called chanting. So, mantra, internal verbalization. 5th, chanting, external, the sound you are hearing. And 6th, now I am adding karanas, the different Shivatandava karanas. 7th, I am adding the recent discoveries of modern day gymming and weightlifting. So all these 7 put together, I work on your body and mind, creating yogic body and Vedic mind. Power, stamina, flexibility, physique, energy. All the 5 put together is yogic body. I am using all the 7 ingredients to create yogic body for you.
the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, is more famous for his healing millions of people across the world and than a guru. He has healed millions of people across the world, not only with his own hands, but through his initiated disciples. So someone asked, Swamiji, what are all the diseases you can heal? Any disease which you can name and diseases which you can't name can be healed. Because according to me, according to the meditation and healing, only two states exist, that is low energy and high energy. The root is only one thing, either low energy or high energy. It is the root which needs to be healed. It's the being which needs to be healed, not the part of the symptoms. Disease means it is only one. It is only one low energy. So when you touch the root, you heal the disease. Whenever you touch the symptoms or the part, you only transfer or postpone the disease. When you touch the root, only then you heal it, you cure it.
The next offering given to humanity and the world by the Supreme Pontiff is a very unique offering called Kailasa's In Pregnancy Care. This online program available to humanity reveals the signs of avataric births and the birth of highly intelligent beings that has been revealed by the Supreme Pontiff to the whole humanity directly from the Vedagamas, the source scriptures of Hinduism. The science behind conscious birthing is to remember the purpose of our birth, our prarabdha karma, the life force which is driving this birth.
Scientific study has revealed that drastic reduction in the pain score from 6.2 out of 10 to only 2.10 out of 10 on a Wong-Baker scale. Remarkable reduction in the duration of labor and an increase in the normal vaginal deliveries as against cesarean sections. All babies had heightened immunity and were highly intelligent.
The next science offered to the world and to humanity is the science of Kaya Kalpa Yoga. How do we live beyond life? Kaya Kalpa is making your body so pure and detoxed that even after you stop using your body, you are not dead. The body doesn't stink or go through any of the symptoms of death, is the science of Kaya Kalpa.
Kaya Kalpa is a science of achieving Jiva Samadhi, that is, even after you die, your body will not show any symptoms of death. It is not decay, it will not stink, it will not go into any deformity. Next is Swarupya Samadhi. Swarupa Samadhi, that is, when you die, even body will not be left. It will just dissolve into the light. Now, let's see the lifestyle practices for healthy body as revealed by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Healthy lifestyle: wake up morning before even you clean your system. When you wake up, if you make a conscious will, let my body be purified, detoxified, brought in tune with my conscious will of manifesting Paramashivatva. Anything else which I cherished automatically as a pattern, mechanically, let them be out of my system. That single conscious will works on your intestine and detoxifies you intensely. Consider this practice from today. The next is 5 methodology for detox. That is packs, Aushadha mass, turmeric, mud packs, Basma packs, the right non-toxic food, Aushadhas, energies, medicines by using Ayurveda, Siddha herbs, mutation process, that is like fire walking, body piercing, and Nirahara Samyama. Swamiji has given various lifestyle practices, out of which some of these are listed here. These are waking up in the Brahma Muhurta, Panchakriya, turmeric water, neem juice, haritaki, castor oil, Nityananda yoga, puja, satsang, aushadha applications, initiations, right non-toxic food, nirahara samyama, and ginger water. Waking up Brahma Muhurta, the morning, that is 4 to 30, 4:30 to 6 is a period, is about 1.5 hours before dawn, where your inner space is not fully out of dream state and not fully in waking state. You can just make use of that time to infuse right powerful cognitions into your system. One should wake up in the Brahma Muhurta for sustaining perfect health and not achieving a long for achieving a long lifespan as desired. It boosts your immune system, increases energy levels, helps in maintaining balance of blood pH, enhances absorption of minerals and vitamins. Lots of pranic energy, vital energy is available during that time, and you live a healthy and long life. The next is Panchakriya that Swamiji has given, that is Jalabhasti, that is enema, is a great way to stimulate bowel movement and cleanse the intestines. Our stomach region is directly connected to our worries. So it keeps the navel center healthy and worry-free and cools the digestive system. The fire energy, Jataragni, that is responsible for digesting food. The next is Jalaneti, that is cleaning our nose. Neti has subtle effects in the pineal and pituitary glands that control and the hormonal system. This has the harmonizing effect on emotional behavior. Neti helps in awakening higher states of meditation. It helps to stimulate better power of visualization and concentration and gives a feeling of lightness and clarity to the mind. The next Swamiji has in the Panchakriya is Netra Dhauti, that is eye washing. The third cleansing process removes external dust particles, body heat, and secretions of the eyes that irritate the eyes and come in the way of normal movement of the eyelids. So this process helps remove itching, eye strain, and burning eyes. It cools the eyes and body very powerfully, energizes the eyes, and improves the vision. It even reduces eye bags. Then Swamiji has shared a various number of satsangs about Haritaki, that is God in the powder form. Taking 1 teaspoon of Haritaki powder every day increases the oxygen levels and in the blood and to 300% equivalent to 2 hours of pranayama. You will find various references in Swamiji's satsangs for Haritaki, how God in the powder form. It not only detoxifies, but it awakens our non-mechanical parts of the brain. The next is a castor oil, that is God in liquid form. The liquid gold of the future of the new world order is castor oil. Haritaki is God in powder form, and castor oil is the God in liquid form. Not only your body is detoxified, your biomemory gets detoxified with castor oil. Your bioenergy will manifest power so quickly and hold powerful cognitions for a long time and without getting disturbed. Now, neem juice. And neem juice also, Swamiji has been sharing at least more than 10 years about stressing the importance of taking neem juice on various satsangs. So neem juice recommended to have early in the morning or an empty stomach. It is a panacea and can rejuvenate the body completely if taken daily. Since it works by detoxifying the body, it heals multiple organs like liver, stomach, intestines, kidneys, improves eyesight, cures allergies, skin problems, and other disorders which are a result of the modern lifestyle. Neem leaf can hold certain biomemories, certain muscle memories can be programmed in in the neem leaf and given to you, that will become part of you. The neem tree is used for curing the whole air in the Siddha tradition. Another important herb is turmeric. It's a powerful antidote for fluoride. Orally taken, turmeric will not only heal the ulcers of the intestine, it will heal the ulcers in your stomach. It will help the digestion. It will completely remove acidity, gastric, and all the other problems. Turmeric rubbed on the skin only will be the antidote for fluoride. 40% of the turmeric enters into your skin when you rub it. Now we'll be entering into the groundbreaking health recoveries, the scientific research on effects of Diksha from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. We'll be hearing from Dr. well-known, renowned Dr. KRISHNA Rao. Let's all wait for his sharing.
About the groundbreaking health recoveries. The scientific research on the effects of Diksha from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. A research presentation by Dr. KRISHNA Shamarao. A quick introduction to Dr. KRISHNA Shamarao. I request the NTV operator to please project the slide. Dr. KRISHNA Shamarao is a visionary craniofacial surgeon, reconstructing facial and skull deformities for 30 plus years. He has performed more than 20,000 complex surgeries since. Dr. Rao has been trained in medicine with a specialization in general surgery, plastic surgery, craniofacial surgery, dentistry, and maxillofacial surgery. He has been an honorary advisory for the World Health Organization, appointed to its panel for global strategies for the prevention of craniofacial anomalies. He holds the position of the International Professor, University of Minnesota Medical School since 2001. He is on the panel of visiting craniofacial surgeons to the Central Hospital in Brunei. He is also the director of translational medicine and clinical research at Medicis Therapeutics, a stem cell and a genetic research organization. Since Dr. KRISHNA Rao met the Supreme Pontiff, he has been very passionate about publishing the effects of Supreme Pontiff's Diksha, initiation and healing in scientific journals and bringing it to the notice of the scientific community. Dr. KRISHNA Rao was a director of multiple researches conducted by Kailasa's Department of Health and the Department of Human Services. These researches include the measurement of cellular energy in mitochondria, the effect of Kundalini awakening on the brain, research on anti-aging, research on changes in the DNA and gene expression, post-Diksha initiation of the Supreme Pontiff, and many more. Today, we are extremely happy, delighted, and honored to invite Dr. KRISHNA Rao, who is joining us live from Kashmir, India, to present the results of the scientific researches conducted so far. Nityanandam, Doctor, thank you so much for joining us today.
Nityanandam, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak about the various research projects we have done beginning from 2010. In fact, it was in 2009 I first saw a patient who had a very debilitating and irreversible condition, autoimmune disease called systemic lupus erythematosus, and she was in the ICU of a hospital, and I was called to say goodbye to her because she was known to me. And then it so happened that after I had left the hospital, a couple of days later, someone from the ashram visited her who knew her and initiated her into healing. And then she came over to the ashram and underwent healing directly from Swamiji himself. And I saw her again after 6 months, completely recovered, very fit and energetic, and all the autoimmune markers had reversed completely. Now, this got me thinking about what is it that is happening and how can we study this. So it was obvious that Swamiji's initiation or Diksha is transmitting some form of energy, which I will call bioenergy, into the human body. And it has a series of effects on the human body. So we studied these series of effects in a number of studies, beginning with the first study in 2010 on the effect of the Diksha on the mitochondria of the body. If we can show the photograph of the mitochondria at this time, it would be useful to the audience.
Yes, I request NDV operator to please project the slide of mitochondria as well.
Now, I'll keep talking. The mitochondria is a small organelle inside the cell of the body. A human being has something like 50 trillion cells, and each cell has its own battery. And this battery is called the mitochondria. It produces pure energy that is required. So in order to stay healthy and in order to stay fit and long life, it is important to have a healthy functioning mitochondria in adequate numbers. Normally, we have a few, maybe up to a dozen mitochondria in our cell at any given time. And if we were to go to the gym and exercise and take certain medications, etc., we can increase the number to about 40, 50 per individual cell. So we did a study on IA participants to see what the effect of Swamiji's Diksha would be on the mitochondrial levels. So this was a quantitative assay, and we also could indirectly measure the qualitative effects on the participants. What we found, to our surprise, was that there was more than 1,000 times increase, 1,000% increase in the number of mitochondrial cells, organelles inside each cell. So the assay, which was done independently in the University of Mangalore, Department of Biotechnology, and they corroborated this, saying that these are very unusual results with extremely high mitochondrial levels. Now, the mitochondria is essential for a healthy life. Since the mitochondria is a very unusual organelle, it is something that we inherit from the mother, and it has its own genetic apparatus, which is naked, which is not protected. And because of this, the mitochondria is very susceptible to injury. And an injured mitochondria produces something called toxic free radicals, which damages not only the mitochondria itself, but also it damages the rest of the human body, leading to various diseases. So one of the first takeaways is an increase in the mitochondria quantitatively and qualitatively would lead to an improvement, significant improvement in the health parameters of the participants, as well as in the longevity of each cell. And if each cell of ours lives longer, obviously the whole body will live longer. So it is an anti-aging process as well as an anti process. So this first results were quite astonishing. I will proceed into the next phase, where after the study of the mitochondria, we realized that the Kundalini energy or the bioenergy that is transmitted by Swamiji has a number of effects which are both gross and subtle in the patients or in the participants. So the next thing we studied was the effect on gene expression. So we have something like 25,000 genes in the human cell, and each of us at any given time have about 10,000 of them active or which are actually doing something. The rest are in a resting phase or quiet. When we studied the gene expression before and after a 21-day intense program conducted by Swamiji over a large number of participants, what we found was that a large number of markers, which we call as gene entities, and a lot of signaling pathways. The body uses signals, chemical signals, to give messages to each other. And these signaling pathways, some were upregulated, some were downregulated. Upregulated means increased in activity. Downregulated means the switch was turned off. About 420 entities were upregulated, and about 165 entities were downregulated. Now, when we studied what got upregulated, what got downregulated, to our surprise, we found that all the markers which are pro-inflammatory, that is, which cause inflammation inside the cell, just like an injured mitochondria can cause inflammation inside the cell, all the pro-inflammatory markers and signaling pathways were downregulated, that is, they were suppressed. And all the anti-aging markers, like things that produce signaling processes, that produce stem cells, produce other activities which are anti-cancer, all of them got upregulated. So we studied 5 parameters. One was on stem cells, one was on autoimmune disease, one was on cancers, the other one was on general other disease processes and inflammation. And what we found is all the entities which were leading to destruction of the individual cell of the body or a tissue of the human body were downregulated during the 21-day program. And all the pathways and the processes which were necessary for the survival of the cell, individual cell and the individual tissue, were upregulated. So this was a phenomenal breakthrough in science, which was published in an international journal as well. And it has been well received all over the world. So having known this, we have understood that the intense energy of Kundalini not only improves the number of mitochondria and the quality of the mitochondria, it also changes the way our genes express in our body. So that change is very subtle, very, very deep. It's not a gross effect. It's a very deep and subtle effect on the gene itself. So this was something of a major breakthrough. Having understood this, we wanted to study what actually happens in the body during the aging process, and can we anti-age? The answer was we had to study something called a telomere. Now, the human body has 23 pairs of chromosomes. That is 22 pairs of autosomes, which are not sex-derived, and 1 pair which is sex chromosome, X or Y. And of these each of these 23 pairs of chromosomes have a cap at their end called a telomere. The bigger the telomere, the younger you are, the longer you will live. This has been proven in science. The enzyme that produces the telomere, that increases the size of the telomere, is the telomerase enzyme. And we studied in an IA program of a large number of participants, I think over 140 participants, the effects on the telomerase enzyme and the stem cell population. So we collected the blood from the participants before and after the IA program, and we studied the actual number and the enzyme activity. To our surprise, we found that there was in 27%, there was a twofold increase, that is 200% increase in the telomerase activity. In about 45%, there was a one-fold, that is 100% increase in telomerase activity. The stem cells also simultaneously increased. Now, what are stem cells? Now, in our body, there are a small group of cells which, when we are very young, are a large group of cells which have the potential to become any part of our body. So these are called pluripotent stem cells. However, during growth periods, as we get older, the number of cells decrease and their ability to become any part of our body also changes and gets restricted. So from pluripotent, they become multipotent. This is what happens to us adults. So we studied these stem cells, which are found in small niches in the body, in small quantities, normally in an adult. And we found that there was a 2 to 3-fold increase in the number of stem cells within a short span of 21 days. Now, this was a phenomenal achievement because normally it takes several months for the stem cell population or the telomerase enzyme to increase in activity. So all this leads to something. These are all, I would say, very the underlying mechanism of something that is happening in our body during the Diksha process, during the energy darshans. And how does it benefit us as people? So what happens to us? So we did a large survey on all the participants in all the IA programs that have been held so far. So this runs into about a few thousand questionnaires. And what we found was that the recoveries in the health processes, from whether it is an autoimmune disease, whether it's bronchial asthma, whether it's chronic fatigue syndrome or hypertension or any of the parameters that the participants came to the ashram with, all of that started improving significantly. And there was anywhere between 70%, which is the lowest improvement, which was seen in bronchial asthma, to about 94 to 96% in various conditions, including autoimmune conditions. So this is the direct health benefit that we can expect from the participation in an intense program like this. Indirectly, we have measured all this through mitochondrial assay, through gene expression studies, telomerase activity enzyme studies. We have also measured it through stem cell studies, and the recovery rates are phenomenal. And I have already explained the graph to you. Apart from that, we also studied the effects on the brain during the energy darshan. Now, the brain is like the computer processing unit, the CPU of the body, and it is a phenomenal organ by itself. What happens is, normally the brain produces alpha waves when we are awake, and theta waves are very rare, and beta waves when we are active. What happened during the intense energy darshan is the delta waves, which are seen normally in restfulness, as well as the theta waves, which are not normally seen at all, phenomenally increased in amplitude and frequency. Now, this is unlikely to be coming from the cerebral cortex. It is coming from probably deeper structures in the brain called the limbic system, which Swamiji describes as the non-mechanical part of the brain. So there was a clear demonstration of the influence of the energy directly on the brain itself as well. So all this I think, culminates into a very simple end result, that Kundalini energy or bioenergy exists, and it has immense effects on various parts of the body, both at a microscopic, cellular, intracellular level, and also at a superior or superficial level on the whole body itself, in terms of healing and longevity, which we can ourselves find the difference. So I stop here with this.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Doctor, for coming and sharing the scientific researches that we have done and how these scientific researches have an effect on our body, how the Diksha and the Darshan of Swamiji that all of us are going to receive today, the Darshan of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara and the Diksha from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, does have an effect at the cellular level, at the gene level, and the mirroring of the neurons of the avatar directly reflect in the brain, in our brain waves as well. Thank you so much, Doctor, for taking your time and coming and sharing the research findings. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and Nityanandam.
Nityanandam. Yes, we all heard the scientific research presentation by Dr. Krishna Rao. Now, we would like to present to you about the Hindu scriptural reference on the significance of offering to the deities. Please understand, as we are all getting ready for the darshan of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara, it is important for us to also understand how can we connect with him. What are the different rituals offered in Hinduism as we connect to receive the healing, the grace, and the blessings of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara. The Bhagavad Gita, the 4th chapter, the 12th verse, the scriptural reference for immediate manifestation of the desires. The shloka says, Kankshanta karmanam siddhim ijanta iha devata. The success of an action comes immediately.
Connect to the deity to manifest what you want. Any result you want to manifest, worship the divine energies that are the embodiment of those specific principles. If you want to manifest perfect health and well-being, then worship Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara.
What are the different offerings to Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara? The offerings on this auspicious occasion to Bhagavan Paramashiva, manifesting today as Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara, the ultimate healer.
Offering anything to the lotus feet of the Paramashiva is the giving of a divine gift of pure love, devotion, and oneness, And it consists of two parts, giving and accepting. Only when divine accepts what one offers, the offering becomes complete. Offering is not made out of fear or not out of greed. When an avatar lands, the offerings are purely a part of the grand Leela played out for the only purpose of enlightenment.
Before we move on to the next, we would like to share with you that today's darshan, the darshan of the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara, manifesting in the Nija avatar of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, will happen at 11:15 a.m. IST. Earlier, we had announced that the darshan will be at 11 o'clock, and we would like to update to all the participants. We have a little bit more of the preparation part to cover. So we're completing with all the participants. The darshan of the Supreme Pontiff will happen at 11:15 a.m. IST. So instead of 11 o'clock, it's going to happen at 11:15 a.m. You can inform your friends, family, invite all of them for the darshan that's going to start at 11:15 a.m. IST. The next is the offering of Sankalpa. The Shiva Sankalpa Suktam, the second verse from Rigveda says, the means by which a man wants to do good, whose senses are stilled, who's wise and diligent, becomes proficient in the yajnas and other karmas established by the Shastras, and also that which is the principal and most revered of the means of knowledge, my mind, may you have good intentions. Offering our Sankalpa, the conscious resolution at the feet of the divine, is sacred, and the conscious act of aligning our starving mind into empowering our declarations with the auspicious will, power, and manifesting energy of the divine to manifest our intentions into reality and for living an enlightened lifestyle. The offering of the Sankalpa is just $1.
The next offering is offering Pratyaksha Pada Puja to Lord Vaitheeshwara. The scriptural reference from Guru Ashtakam by Adi Shankaracharya says, Kalatram dhanam putra pautradi sarvam gruham bandhava sarvametati jatam gurorangi patme manaschena laknam tatah kim 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 tatah kim. That is, the verse translates to, wife, you may have a beautiful wife, wealth, sons, grandsons, and all such home, and all these things may be there. Yet, if one's mind is not centered upon the lotus feet of the Guru, what then? What then? What then? Offer Pratyaksha Pada Puja and receive auspicious blessings for a strong and intense Guru-disciple relationship. Pratyaksha Pada Puja you can offer at the divine lotus feet of Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara. The cost is $1,008.
The next is the offering of the Jata Alankara Seva, the offering of the sacred turban, and the Alankara to the matted locks of the Supreme Pontiff, manifesting as Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara. Jata Alankara Seva is an offering of pure love and devotion to Guru, who manifests to protect and guide the disciples' journey and the path to enlightenment. The offering of Jata Alankara Seva is $1,008.
The next is Vastra Alankara Seva. The scriptural reference says the Guru should beautify the linga with 3-stranded sacred thread, upper garment, and waistband. He should adorn the linga with golden cloth and golden belt. Traditionally, this seva is offered for better physical and mental well-being and healing from any illnesses. You can offer Vastra Alankara Seva for $1,008. The next offering.
Sorry. The next offering is the offering of Swarna Bilvapatra. The Bilvapatra leaves are regarded as the favorite of Lord Paramashiva. The offering of Swarna Bilvapatra is mentioned in the Shiva Purana. I request the NTV operator to share about the Swarna Bilvapatra. The offering of the Bilvapatra through the three-eyed Bhagavan Paramashiva, who holds the Trishula, will wash away the sins committed in the past 3 lives. It is said that offering 1 Bilva leaf to Paramashiva is equivalent to donating 1,000 elephants, horses, or even most auspicious Kanyadan. Bilva tree is the most sacred for the worship of Paramashiva. The Bilva leaf or Patra is known as that represents the Trinetra or the 3 eyes of Bhagavan. So you can offer the Swarna Bilva Patra, and the offering is $600 or $1,200 or $1,800. You can decide based on the size of the golden Bilva leaf. Just offering 1 Bilva leaf to Bhagavan Paramashiva is considered extremely auspicious. And today, whoever wants to offer the Bilva leaf, you can go to the link that is projected on the screen, which is tiny.cc/BSD Sevas. We will also putting it as a scroll. You can go ahead and make the offering of Bilva Patras. It is $600, $1,200, $1,800. You can choose this depending on the whatever size that you want to offer, small, medium, or large. Or you can offer any amount towards the offering of the Bilva leaves more than $1,800.
The next offering is Swarna Padma Pushpa, that is golden lotus. The Kamika Agama verse says all the kalashas should be wound around the suitable thread and covered with new cloth. They should be adorned with lotus flower made of gold. There are hundreds of scriptural references for using lotus in the worship of Paramashiva. Almost everything that involves the consecration of Paramashiva Linga or the worship of Paramashiva Linga or meditating on Paramashiva or the mudras and asanas used during the worship of Paramashiva involves the lotus flower, lotus leaf, lotus pericarp, or lotus petals. The lotus is a divine flower. Shakti of Paramashiva is called as lotus. Base of Paramashiva Linga is lotus. The disciple of Paramashiva is also considered as lotus, about to bloom. So offer the golden lotus in any size you wish to and be blessed to have the state, space, and powers and being of Vaitheeshwara in your inner space amidst any and every adverse situation in your life. Offering of this Swarna Padma Pushpa, you can offer small, medium, gold. Small is $600 and medium is $1,200 and big is $1,800 or any amount for any big size.
The next is the offering of Tulabharam. The Atharva Veda, the Parishishta, describes the Tula Purusha, the ceremonial offering of Tulabharam, of Hiranyagarbha, the golden vessels, and the offering of 1,000 cows as one of the Mahadana, the supreme offerings. The Matsya Purana also says that the Tula Purusha, the ceremonial offering of Tulabharam, as the Mahadana, the most supreme offering. In Hinduism, the traditional way of offering is known as Tulabharam, the sacred act of offering an item in equivalent to the weight of the deity or guru. Offerings can be various types. You can offer flowers, bilva, tulasi, dates, bananas, books, silver, and finally gold. Giving for the sake of giving opens up to receive Paramashiva. Hindu giving is about offering with gratitude the highest that we have to receive the best possible Paramashiva himself. You can offer the silver or the gold Tulabharam. The silver Tulabharam the offering is $200,000. The highest offering per Hindu scriptures is gold. Gold has the highest ability to hold and radiate energy, and offering it with the right context brings about the highest completion. Offering the silver purifies the being and blesses one with completion, with a wealth and health and blissful, enlightened lifestyle forever. The gold Tulabaram, offering of the gold, blesses one with extreme wealth, health, enlightenment, and eternal place in Paramashiva Loka and Kailasa for millions of years. To offer the gold Tulabaram on the Guru Purnima day, which is the 24th of July 2021, if you want to offer the gold Tulabaram, you can reach out to us by writing us at contact@kailasa.org. The various material Tulabarams, you can also offer various materials, the grain offering made for each one's birth and the constellation as per your birth chart. So the various offerings that you can do based on the birth chart. For example, the wheat for anyone under the influence of sun or Surya, the rice for anyone under the influence of moon or Chandra or Soma, chickpeas by anyone, can be offered by anyone under the influence of Mars or Mangal, green gram for Mercury and Buddha, Bengal gram for Jupiter, black sesame for Shani or Saturn, black gram for Rahu, horse gram for Ketu, white beans for Venus or Shukra. So if you are under the influence of any of these planets, you can offer the corresponding gram and receive the blessings of Supreme Pontiff for the positive influence of the Graha in your life. We also have other auspicious items that can be offered as Tulabaram, lotus flowers, organic rice, honey, ghee, oil, turmeric, jaggery, and banana, all in organic.
The next offering is Swarna Ganga. Ganga, I salute that the Sri Vaidyanatha Ashtakam, verse 2 says, I salute that God Paramashiva, who is the king amongst the physicians, who wears the flow of Ganges and the moon on his head, who has 3 eyes, who has killed the god of love and death, and who worshipped by all devas. Offering Swarna Ganga to Lord Vaitheeshwara bestows blessings to wash away janmas of impurities and karmas to experience health and wellness. Offering a Swarna Ganga cost is $11,000 US.
The next is the offering of Swarna Chandra, the gem-studded golden moon. The reference to golden moon is mentioned in Vaidyanatha Ashtakam, where it says, Paramashiva, the one who wears the moon on his head. This is the moon that Vaitheeshwara wears gracefully upon his head. The moon represents the compassionate, friendly, loving, and ever-healing, peaceful nature of Vaitheeshwara.
The next offering is Swarna Kamandalu, that is golden water pot. Sri Vaidyanatha Ashtakamu, verse 7 says, I salute that Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the king among the physicians, who removes all sufferings caused by bad spirits, sorrows, and fears by dip in his holy tank, by the holy ash in the temple, and by the mud below the neem tree of the temple, and who is the personification of soul occupying human body. Vaitheeshwara's water pot signifies the purifying the waters of Ganga river that is there in the city of Kashi. The Ganga washes the sins of those who take refuge in its sacred waters. This offering of the Kamandalu to Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara is equivalent to taking bath in the sacred river Ganga itself. The offering of Swarna Kamandalu cost is $180,000 US.
Next, we have the offering of Swarna Kiritam, the golden crown. The Kamika Agama, the Purva Pada, the verses say, the Linga, Paramashiva Linga, should be adorned with a 3-striped sheet made of gold, golden crown, and Dhruva grass made of gold, a number of flowers made of gold, and other such ornaments. Offer the Kiritam, the golden crown, to Vaidheeshwara to heal all relationships in all dimensions. The offering of the Swarna Kiritam, the golden crown, is $200,000 US.
The next offering is Swarna Charana, that is gem-studded gold feet. Sri Vaidyanatha Ashtakam, verse 6 says, I salute that Bhagavan Paramashiva, who is the king among physicians, who can be known through Vedanta, who is spread throughout the universe, who has a lotus feet that is meditated upon by great sages, who is the form of the Holy Trinity and who has 1,000 names. Offering of Swarna Charana, gold-studded gem feet, cost is $480,000 US dollars.
The next is the offering of Swarna Pinaka Pani, the golden bow. Referenced in Vaidyanatha Ashtakam, the third verse, it says, I salute that Bhagavan Paramashiva who holds the bow called Pinaka. Offering of the Swarna Pinaka blesses one to directly resolve enmity, litigation, and to remove the negative influences in your life. The offering of the Swarna Pinaka Pani, the golden bow, is $580,000 US dollars.
The next offering is Swarna Tirshulam, the gold trident. The Kamika Agama Purapada, verse 336 says, the trident denotes his three qualities, Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. Functioning in the pure realm, Parashu denotes his nature of eternal existence. Khatga represents his invincible powers. Offer the Trishula, which is a symbol of getting you rid of possibilities, disease-causing blockages through the Trishul. He removes all the old impossibilities and creates all the new possibilities to rejuvenate best health. Offering of Swarna Trishulam, gold trident, cost is $600,000 US dollars.
The next is the E-Hundi offering. You can offer any amount for the E-Hundi. E-Hundi is basically how when you go to the temple, right, you have the physical hundi and you put the kind of a kanikai or your prayer and you put some offering into that hundi. It's a very traditional habit that many of us have. Whenever we go to the temple, we always put money in the hundi. Like that, we have now the E-Hundi offering. So you can put the money in the E-Hundi by visiting the link that is projected on the screen. So how do you register for anything that for all or any of the sevas that we have mentioned? You can go to the next slide. So we have 3 different links. I request all the causers, if you are in the Zoom or YouTube or Facebook, to please put links in the chat. First is the registration form. Registration form is for anybody who's interested in any of the offering and you need help or you need more details. You need help in manifesting the funds, or you need more details about a certain offering. You want somebody to help you, or you want to say, okay, make the decision, choose. Then you click the first form, which is the registration form. I'm going to quickly take you through a walkthrough of the registration form. I request the interview operator to please project the screen that I'm sharing. So this is the registration form. If you go to tiny.cc/Bhava Samadhi, then you come across this registration form. This is the link to the registration form that we have. So you come here, you click next. And you go ahead and agree to the consent and release terms. This is a registration form and you fill your basic details. Fill your phone number, city, state, country, and you can choose the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. In this case, you will choose the Whatever the related Bhava Samadhi Darshan you will choose. In this case, you can choose other. And then you offer whether you want to offer the Sankalpa or any of the offerings that you want to offer. Let us say I want to do the golden crown. Click next. And then you can say, I would like to make the payment now, or I would like to manifest and offer. So let's say I want to manifest and offer. I click next. And then there are some disclaimers. I go ahead and agree to them. And I submit the form. So this is the first link, which is the registration form, where you can get some help in terms of making a decision. What is the right offering that I should make? Send me the bank details, or I want to help in manifesting. Help me cause my reality to help manifest these. All this is the first link. Then we move on to the second link, which is the Vaitheeshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan. The second link that we see in the slide that is projected, the second link that we have is the BSD Sevas -25th March. That is the link that we have, the second link. I'm projecting the second link now. Okay, so this is the second link that I am projecting, which is tiny.cc/BSD Sevas -25th March. If you go to this link, then you will open up this page. The links are all scrolling in the bottom of the screen. Okay, so if you haven't noted down the links, don't worry. They are put as a scroll in the bottom of the screen. So this is the Vaitheeshwara Bhava Samadhi Darshan. You click here, you choose whatever offering you want to choose. Let's say I want to offer Pratyaksha Pada Puja. I come here, I click add to cart. And you go here and then you say proceed to checkout. Then it will directly take you through the payment process. You can go ahead and enter your billing details and you can submit the payment. So here in the in this link, you can choose. There are all the offerings that are there in the drop down. You can choose whatever offering you want to offer. Let's say you want to do the Sankalpa chanting, right? So I do Sankalpa chanting and I can choose, let's say for 5 members of my family, I want to choose Sankalpa chanting. So it'll be $5. So you can choose any amount, any number of people or any of the offerings. All the offerings are mentioned here. Let's say you want to do Tula Bharam, right? All the offerings are mentioned here. You can choose what offering you want to do and directly proceed to the payment. The link to this page is tiny.cc/BSD Sevas -25MAR, 25th March. That will take you directly to the payment page. And I sincerely recommend everyone, whatever it is, do some offering that you want. That is the way you connect with Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara. The offerings are not for the deities, but for you to connect with the deities, to experience and manifest what you want in your life. This is a beautiful way of you to connect with those deities. So whether it is $1 or $5 or $10,000, whatever it is that you are able to offer today, have a habit of offering, putting something in the hundi or getting the blessings by chanting the Sankalpa is highly recommended in the Sanatana Hindu Dharma. Whenever you go to a guru, always go by making some offering that you can. It is not mandatory, but it is recommended in the Vedic tradition. Then the last link that we have shown on the screen, is what we call as the Sankalpa. So once you have actually made the payment, then you actually go through the Sankalpa form. The Sankalpa form is where you enter the names of your family members. So the Sankalpa form, I'm projecting on the screen. The Sankalpa form, you go to. The link to reach the Sankalpa form is being scrolled on the screen. It is tiny.cc/Sankalpa 2021. So you go to the Sankalpa form and you click next. And you go through the consent and release. You go ahead and agree. order number. You can say this is my order number, and then the amount that you paid, what is the date of the payment, your first name, last name, email, then your basic details, and then you say that this is an offering for Vaitheeshwara Darshan, and then you click next and you enter the details and you fill the form. This is the Sankalpa form where you enter the name of your family members that you wanted to benefit from making this offering. That is the Sankalpa form. Okay, so I request the interview operator to please project the slides. So these are the 3 forms. You can go ahead whether you want to register or you want to directly make the payment. Give the second link, and after the payment, you can go ahead and fill the Sankalpa. So all these are projected on the screen. The next slide. The next. And you can Bhagavan Vaitheeshwara by going to events.kailasa.org/BSD prayer request. BSD stands for Bhava Samadhi Darshan, BSD prayer request. So whatever healing request that you have, or you want some boon, you want some blessing, whatever prayer request you have, each of these prayer requests are sent for blessings directly to the Supreme Pontiff. So whoever has any boon that you want to ask, any prayer request that you have, just go to events.kailasa.org, BSD prayer request, and submit your prayer request to Swamiji. For those of you who have had the energy darshan from Swamiji, if you are given an opportunity to go up on the stage, BSD prayer request form. Now, let's now enter into the preparation for tamarind, sweet pongal, the chakra pongal, or fruits. These are the different Nevedyam offerings. Now let us quickly understand the science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan.
Bhava Samadhi Darshan is manifesting Vaitheeshwara through the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is not an event in space and time. Rather, darshan happens at the moment when you are lifted out of space and time. Bhava is defined as directing and activating the emotional and spiritual energy that is created through meditation on the avatar. During Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of